Yeah, something's not right, like our lineup here. There we go.
Totally something, isn't it? Holy shit, you look like you live in a cave.
I could turn it up a little bit brighter. Oh, I have it at 19, that's why. There we go.
Yeah, let's
Is that
fucking
better?
do it. Give my phone a second. My reception. Yep. It fucking died.
I'm sagging and I know it. Soda and I are sagging and we know it.
Yeet.
Oni went dark on us. 0 dark 30 on us.
No, I'm here. It just keeps cutting out.
Very fun. Don't you love it when that shit happens?
It's not. I'm sorry?
I said, don't you love it when that happens?
Yeah, totally.
Awesome. Oh, all right. Here we go, guys. Welcome to Lagging Out Live. And I'm back hosting because my computer's kind of working, so we're going to kind of do this. I don't know why my 3 shots are not lined up. That's really weird. Why am I so low?
Zoom, stop dying.
Right?
Holy shit, it dies faster than my patience.
That's pretty
Wait,
fast.
you have patience?
Yes.
A little bit.
Oh my fucking gosh. What the fuck? Zoom. This is why no one fucking loves you.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah.
Zoom really needs to fix itself because it multiplying windows that it doesn't fucking need to on mobile is infuriating.
Oh, God.
Never tried.
That's horrible. You can see that we're a couple of hosts short.
We fired him? Oh.
No.
Damn it.
You're fired. You're fired. But I assure you that everyone is safe and sound.
You
And
would
we're all
May have
good?
multiplied my screens now because I had to reopen fucking Zoom.
Oh, nice.
Zoom
Okay.
is the new Discord.
Right. That's okay. I'll switch to the 4-shot. But welcome, everybody, to Lagging Out Live. I am your host. I'm Chieftain. I'm in the middle here. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. There we go. I don't do this shit for a month and I forget where all my buttons are. I'm a garbage human.
What's wrong with you?
No, right? To my left is the very lovely Soda.
I'm lovely now?
You're lovely.
Yeah.
And the phone call symbol on my right-hand side is Blacklight Oni.
Fuck you, Zoom. And my cell reception.
Fuck you! Fuck you,
Why are
Zoom!
you taking so long? No, do not leave the meeting.
Uh-oh.
What are you stuck connecting on?
Uh-oh.
Oh my fucking goodness gracious.
Great balls of fire.
Connect faster.
This is the old one. Why is this old one here? Why did this pop up?
No clue.
It's
That's
already
crazy.
duplicating more windows.
How
Why?
is it duplicating more windows? What's up,
I
Great
don't know.
Kazoo? Great
Zoom
Kazoo's
just
in the
does that.
chat. Welcome.
So,
We're trying to get
Zoom on
Oni
mobile
working.
just isn't... Oh my gosh, Zoom. This is why everyone fucking hates you. And no, my reception isn't fucking helping, but
Nah.
connect faster.
Thank you, Soda,
Thank you
for
for-
resubscribing on your own show.
Oh, it's
Hey.
because it says I have no fucking service. I see 2 bars. Work. You get a snowstorm overnight and suddenly nothing knows how to work anymore.
Right?
Snow. What is that?
Uh.
Been 85 all week.
85.
90 one day.
Where's my 3-shot at? Oh, there it is. Do I not have an updated 3-shot? I thought I had an updated 3-shot.
Upside down pineapple.
I knew you had one of those.
I had to explain to Badger what an upside down pineapple meant.
You had to explain that to her?
Yeah. I mean,
That's
why
funny.
would you? I don't even know why I know it. I think we said something about it on the podcast.
Probably
one
because
night.
the internet.
No, I
Chances
think
are
we
you can blame the internet for most things.
Well, yeah, but I think we talked about it one night on podcast for some reason.
We might have.
I think Hero.
Of course.
I blame Hero.
I blame Hero for everything. He's not here.
He's not here, right?
Of course you do.
It's all your
By
fault,
default.
Hero.
Prepare the
that.
meeting faster. Thank you.
I had no clue.
But yeah, welcome. Happy Mario Day, everybody. It is March 10th. That makes it Mario Day. Plus M-A-R and then 1 and 0 spells out Mario. I don't know what version picked that. But it is Mario Day, so happy Mario Day to everybody here.
I mean, it's going to be Pi Day in 4 days. Oh,
That's
yeah.
right. 3.14, right?
Sweet.
Gonna
Who doesn't
buy me a
like
pumpkin
pie?
pie and eat the whole fucking thing, so I don't need to share.
Whoa.
I like cherry pie.
Sharing it with
I don't know about
nuts.
soda.
No, I don't like pie.
You don't like pie?
Not really.
Not a big pie eater?
I'm not a big pie. Thank you.
Somehow I knew that about you.
I mean, I'll
Wait.
eat it, but
yeah, I'm just fixing our 3-shot here, guys. So just bear with me. We're gonna bear it. Pizza pie, Gazoos. Yeah, I think I'm on board with the pizza pie. Yeah, totally get that.
yeah, I'll do the pizza pie. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
We love pizza.
I love me some pizza.
What a splendid.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, choking on food. What I was gonna say was, what a splendid pie. If anyone can finish those lyrics, 10 points to your respective Hogwarts house.
Mm-mm. Nova? Oh, he's not
Nova?
in here. Not
Where's
in
Nova?
here. Did you tell him to come in here? Yeah, he's like.
I told him to. Not. What do you mean in the Zoom? Or in the chat?
Both?
I don't know.
It's a small miracle to get him on fucking camera.
Yeah.
Better
Do
off
I have
getting
to-
Mark.
Do I put her here? Is that how that works? Yeah.
Banana,
works.
banana, terracotta.
Savannah Bananas. You ever see that? The Savannah Bananas?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Josh Reddick plays for him. Astros,
Johnny
outfielder.
Damon did too. But yeah, let's read our terms of service here and let everybody know what we're about. Who wants to do it?
Okay. Now that I'm not dying.
Well, that's good. You don't want to die.
No.
I mean, death sells, so I mean, we'd probably get like a shit ton of viewers if I died on camera, like, holy shit. And then there'd be an investigation or two. But anyways, it's fine.
Yeah, then I get arrested. That'll be awesome.
Oh, no, you wouldn't. Your computer might be
Yes.
confiscated, though. Sorry.
No!
Oh, yeah, that's
Not all my porn. I mean,
So, like we say every week, hasn't changed, won't change. Show is for mature audiences only. The opinions discussed, opinions shared, views reflected are not necessarily a reflection of Laggin Out Entertainment LLC. So, viewer discretion is advised.
yes.
yes.
There you go. Also, we opened up our Kick channel. So there's nothing there yet, but we'll be broadcasting on there. We'll let you guys know about that as soon as we know about that. But that is kick.com/lagging out, all one word. No hyphens here. I got it early. So early and often. So it seems to be a better setup.
Maybe we'll get a kick out of it.
Maybe.
Yes. Maybe a kick in the ass.
Hopefully we won't be kicked off.
No, there is no terms of service there. It's like the Wild Wild West.
Yeah, there's nothing going on yet anyway.
Yeah. There's no one. There's apparently to Nova, he says there's a lot of thoughts on there, so I don't know about that.
Well, maybe we'll add some THOUGHTS of our own.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I need you to stop moving.
I'm trying, but
I'm trying.
my phone keeps going, yeah, fuck your service. And I'm like, but why? I paid for it.
Right?
I get great reception at work. And then I come home and I can't enjoy much of it.
Yeah.
It's great. I've been obsessed with this show it's been off the air for a couple of years, but oh boy, Canada, you did good on this one. Canada's Worst Driver. There is some snark that I am completely enamored with. Also, if I wreck the clutch on a vehicle, you have permission to shoot me.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Several of the drivers literally burned out the clutch, and it was their first time driving the vehicle.
Wow.
I cannot. Because they just were like, oh, what's that smell? Yeah, that would be the clutch screaming for mercy as it dies a horrible death.
Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. I don't know how how did he nail it down so nothing moved? I don't know how he nails it down so like nothing moves. But all I know is that every time you go out, it messes up the whole thing, and I got to keep on moving it around and adjusting.
I'm sorry. Maybe this will stay.
Yeah.
Save me,
maybe.
moth face.
Moth face. Okay. Yeah, moth face will be good.
The bug. Yes.
Let's see if I can move over Soda so people can see him in his white beard.
I think the reasons why Discord and Zoom have been problems is because of how much data that they take from, that whatever service I do have just shits the bed.
Yeah.
Hence why I have to turn off my light and just let the background speak for themselves.
There we go. I hope that's right. I guess we'll fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
But here is the first story, and if anybody knows, there's multifacets to the Angry Joe controversy that's going on here. And I had notes on it, and now where'd they go? They're probably not in here. But apparently Angry Joe and Eric July are having some Twitter war beef about a video that Angry Joe, real name Jose, so nice Italian appropriation there, Jose. But talking about, of course, the race card, right? So the flavor of the month is if you're not woke, then you're going to get canceled. So he called out Eric July for being misogynist and racist and that sort of thing. And here's a tweet from Eric July responding to it. Though including me in the post, Angry Joe says he wasn't likening to me to racist or pedophilia. Instead, he was likening to me of my contractors and Melanie Mack to racist and or pedophilia, which he still thinks is permissible. So he was calling somebody something that it's not true. So that's libel, right? Depends if it's written or not. I don't know what the difference is between the two. I haven't seen that Spider-Man in a long time. Fuck you, Soda.
Who?
Exactly. Eric July is not another reviewer. Eric July is a independent comic book creator.
And
Oni
musician.
and musician. He looks like Tim Harden from the Houston Rockets to me. Looks like a little bit. He's got the beard and everything. Looks exactly like him.
I wouldn't know who the hell you're talking about, but I
Soda
will
would.
say, to me,
The beard.
Mr. Eric July is a very handsome man.
He is good looking guy.
Yeah, and he's actually been active on YouTube for probably close to 10 years or so. He really started off as a musician, but as you know, tends to happen, you have multiple interests. And so Eric July decided he was tired of not just watching comics go up in flames, but also that there was so few good stuff coming out that he decided, hey, I've made a pretty good living throughout my life. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is and invest in it by creating what I would want to read, what I would want to share. And apparently a lot of people agreed, because not only did they back him for funding the first issue, the second issue is very much underway, but he's got plenty of employees making that happen. People from social media directing to marketing to, of course, artists to packaging everything to, just communicating with the customer. And
that's a whole family operation too, isn't it, Oni?
I don't remember. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if his wife was involved in some way, but I don't remember. But he's running his business the way...
Permitted the term retarded?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would think a business would have to be run, which is you have to make profits. You can't just make bare minimum. And when you fuck up, you own it. You do what you can to rectify it. You improve upon the product. You deliver on your promises. And it's not that the customer's always right, but it's what is going to get customers buying your product and coming back for more with friends. And so he's basing it off of good art, good stories, characters, continuity. He's taking the approach original comics used to take and the way manga tends to take it, which is there is a story and it doesn't, that's it. Unfortunately, Dragon Ball is falling into more of the American comic style trappings of, well, what if this changed? What if that changed? In terms of manga, there aren't very many that do the whole change artists, change writers. There's this arc and it was done by this person, but we're going to have another one where it takes place in another universe, quote unquote. The only one that I can think of off the top of my head that is doing that is a series called Higurashi, which, coincidentally, Higurashi means cicada. And it's a horror series. And what they do is with every story arc where this village, it's always the same village, always the same characters, but things happen based on different timings and stories. And it's a lot of supernatural elements. Every arc is a little different. And every artist can kind of take that liberty to create the characters in their style, but it's the same.
I'm sorry, hold on a
character.
second. We got to mute Badger for that pineapple on pizza thing. Someone mute her for a few minutes, please.
No, we don't. I like Hawaiian pizza every once in a while, which was not made by a Hawaiian, to my knowledge.
It was made in Canada.
But he was Canadian. I mean, the person might have been Hawaiian-based, like they were from Hawaii and moved to Canada. Damn. Gatekeeping Canada. Really bugging you, isn't it? Look at his big bright red eyes. down into your soul.
I'm gonna eat your soul.
The fuck?
What the fuck?
And then it comes up and crawls on you and goes. Really
Flying.
loudly.
We call them flying roaches here in Florida.
Oh, please, no, that's a palmetto bug. You know that.
Yeah, yep. Palmetto bugs are just flying roaches.
Big flying roaches. If you've never seen the glory of a palmetto bug, Google it. And if you don't live in the American South, you're probably okay, or you probably have a version of your own. In which case, may the force be with you. It's all fun and games till it flies into your face.
There's 3 of me.
Ta-da!
Sweet.
But yeah, what's so weird is that when Eric July started getting all this backlash, it was one thing when it was happening and he was a commentator.
Right.
But now that he owns this brand, suddenly it's an issue. And it's really odd to me that if you're not, it's the whole, if you're not with us, you must be against us.
Right.
And
you have to pick a side, right?
You have to think the way we do. Somehow he's the racist, even though they keep saying black people can't be racist.
Well, I have a clip of his response. You want to see it?
Yes.
Sure.
It's like a 7-minute clip if people don't mind watching it.
Oh, it's 7 minutes? We'll be
oh no, this one isn't. This is the initial. This is initially where it happened. This is Angry Joe. This is like 3 minutes. It's not that bad, but you can hear it here. Hopefully, but this is where he's talking about April O'Neil being black and confirming that she was black in the comics, and that's not necessarily true. But this is what sparked everything. Here's the clip.
Hey guys, you just let us know about the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film, Mutant Mayhem, from Seth Rogen. The trailer is out. Let's check it out together, shall we? 3, 2, 1.
You gotta love his minions in the back, right?
Is that guy choking himself?
Mm-hmm.
Nickelodeon movies. The boys are back. The turtle, Seth Rogen.
I got a turtle.
Apparently he's really into the turtles. New generation. Oh, look at the look. The drawn look. I like that.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I think he turns the audio down. Or maybe I turn the audio down? No, it's up.
Coolest.
Yeah, his audio went out.
Damn, his voice is high.
Might have been to avoid copyright and getting flagged.
Oh, it should have played at the 7-minute mark. Hold on. I hit the Oh, here it is. I found it. This is where it is.
Funny.
That's
Okay,
O'Neil,
it's April.
Right? It's gotta
I'm
be.
assuming that this is April.
Yeah.
They made her
Yellow jacket.
black. She's been black before. In
No, she hasn't. That's a
previous
lie.
iterations.
Yes,
Doesn't bother
no,
me,
that's
but I can
you are
already
wrong.
see
She has
bunch of
been.
weirdos.
Uh-oh.
You woken.
Rise
Shut
of
the
the
fuck
no,
up, man. I'm so
I am
sick of that
correct.
shit at this point.
Rise
They're
of the
fucking
Teenage
great.
Mutant Ninja
They're
Turtles.
fucking turtles. They're mutant ninjas, and there's you remember when April could be fucking hot and skinny and big boobs, and now she's fat and ugly and black. It's like, why do
Whoa.
we have to deal with
Yeah,
this
like
shit on the
why?
internet?
Yeah,
Well,
he
because
says
it's
it in a way
CNN,
so he doesn't get in
so-
trouble, but him
Not that- and we
mentioning
don't
it the way
even
he
know
does
if that's
it.
April, but
it's
I'm pretty
bullshit.
sure that's
This
gonna
may
be
look like that
April.
one.
Look,
I
I
mean-
don't give a fuck.
How
about
can you
what
even
color
tell
her skin
anything?
is.
It's so
I'm just
fucking dark.
interested. Is her character gonna
That
be
too.
annoying?
You
Is her
can't
character
tell if
gonna
that's
be
her clothes
awesome?
that are
How does
just
she factor
baggy and
in? How does
textured.
she meet the turtles? But it looks like a brand new generation of turtles.
Except it
and
doesn't.
Honestly, I'm going
It
to this.
doesn't.
Like I actually can't wait. This came out of nowhere for me. I actually didn't even know we were getting a new Turtles, and it's this year. August. And I want this thing to do well. I love the Turtles and any success. What I'm even thinking of is because like recently I think the recent Turtle TV series ended. I would love to see these guys come and get their own fucking TV series. Like after you do the movies, obviously, you got the big
Except
budget
they never
there.
truly
I
ended
wonder
Rise
how
of the Teenage
difficult
Mutant
it
Ninja Turtles,
would
to my
be to
knowledge.
do
They're
this
still
type
trying to
of
fight to get a season
animation on a
3.
TV scale. Probably not possible. Hey guys, you just let us.
I.
Hold on a
One
second.
thing I
Fuck.
So this is the response. Like they're going back and forth here. Here's the response from Big Ripper. But he's going to explain because he's going to explain about the Ninja Turtles and because Ninja Turtles and April and O'Neil not being black. He says in the context of the drawing, she in the very beginning in the Pulp Fiction comics and in the early comics, you never see April O'Neil in full color. It's always dark. It's at night, and it's revealed she's white later. But he says that they were never black. He says that she was never black. That's where I get that context from. So I don't know who's right or who's wrong, Oni. So like I'm just going like from what he said. I don't know. I didn't see.
Well,
I've seen some very early comics of the Ninja Turtles that were the black and white versions, but I've never seen it. Go ahead.
Okay, but I'm telling you, she has been black before.
Okay.
Literally was just shown in the recent iteration of Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. She was portrayed by a black woman, or who was voicing a teenager, okay? She was black. So that is the one iteration, though. The one. So technically, Angry Joe isn't wrong if you stretch the definition really fucking thin.
Right.
But if
Nova
you're
has
using
something to
evidence
say
of
when
the
you're done.
comics, if you're using evidence of the comics, I can't fucking help you. I don't have any copies and I didn't Google it. But
Right.
technically, April O'Neil in Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was black. And she was portrayed in a very cute way. Of course, I fucking lost signal. She's portrayed in a cute way. Great spunk. Fine.
Nova. Sorry. Nova said that. Dark Nova Dragon said she was black in a non-canon story. The only reason it was claimed she was black was a misconception due to the early comic standing. That's what I said. Badger said she was black in the Rise of the Ninja Turtles. She agrees with you. And then Soda puts an awkward Beck likes plants emoji dancing. And then Badger says she was in the Rise of the, yeah, she wrote it twice. April O'Neil, shouldn't she be Irish? Yeah, April O'Neil should be Irish, but by that rationale,
could be Scottish too.
Shouldn't Shaquille O'Neal be Irish too? I mean, where do you stop?
He is.
But
I mean,
he's
he
Black Irish. That's what they call him, right?
Yeah.
Burrs was Tits in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I haven't seen the reconstructed version. I'm trying to read through everything. I'm sorry, Oni.
You're good.
And he said ignore that message. Okay, great. That was after the fact that I wrote it. But go ahead, finish your thought, and then we'll listen to Eric July's response to the attacks with Angry Joe attacking him.
But for Angry Joe to say that this design is super new, it looks totally new. It doesn't. It looks like a really weird combination of 2012 character style, because they gave Donatello glasses in that one.
Right.
Technically, he had a gap tooth, but they gave Raphael where it looks like he got a tooth bashed in, so he doesn't have that.
Also, Raphael has
Mikey
the full red bandana like he does in this one. That has been done before as well.
Yes, Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, he had a full bandana. Mikey being drawn with super round shapes, probably freckles. Right. Yeah, that's 2012 style. This isn't a new animation style. There's nothing fresh about it. It just looks like they tried to make it seem fresh. And also, again, you can't tell anything definitively regarding April O'Neil's body shape, her size, her height, or anything.
Right.
Because like a lot of these movies coming out now, it's so fucking dark you can't see anything.
Yeah.
What is it with companies right now? They're making it so dark I could live there and be comfortable.
All right, same here. It's lazy. You know what it is? Like they want to hide the background. It's like I call it the Masters of the Universe approach. And people are like, what does that mean, Chieftain? Well, in Masters of the Universe, in the late 80s or 90s, they shot the final scene between Skeletor and He-Man basically with a black background. They just had black sheets and smoke because they ran out of money. So this is what they're doing to hide backgrounds. They're doing that because it's fucking lazy. They don't have to color correct as much. They can hide shit. It's just being lazy.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that okay, let's go
Soda
back
agrees.
to Dial. I didn't see it, but I've seen certain scenes in it of
Right.
Sin City.
Mm-hmm.
They used it to help tell the story. It was used for drama, for framing. They made the use of the space. They made the space part of the movie. Why are people getting so fucking lazy? I'm sorry.
Because they don't want to hire people like me.
Right.
It just seriously fucking bothers me. Because then they're like, oh, we want this type of set. We want this, that, and the other. And then it's like, you can't even see it. What's the fucking point? Okay,
What's the
you
point?
can say, well, the actors can still interact with it. It's like, okay, yeah, but the viewer should also be able to at least see some of it.
Right.
Like, holy shit.
Great Kazoo says, Picard, the only lighting is from the LED strips. Haha. It's like the way I light my set. Wasn't returning return missing something. Yeah. I took an antihistamine so I wouldn't cough. My back is feeling better today. My side's feeling better. I'm not coughing as much. I took an antihistamine because I have that nasal drip. Not that anyone cares about my personal health in the chat, but letting you guys know I am feeling a little better. But yeah. Yay. Needed some clarification. Okay. You got it. Okay. But yeah, I can't wait to hear your reaction, Oni, about like Big Ripa's like response to it, because it's fucking great. Because you guys know how much I loathe Angry Joe or Jose. Italian appropriation, this guy. Your name is fucking Jose. Are you ashamed of your background? Is it a marketing ploy? No. You steal my viewers, you steal my fans. How dare you? Just kidding. Half kidding. But anyways. Soda, any opinion on this?
I'm kind of with everybody else on this one. Of course, I don't know what the hell Badger and them are talking about. I haven't seen that version. I'm just old school. So
yeah.
But again, we've seen this in everything. People changing colors. It may or may not have been done before, but who really cares? If it's good writing. It's good writing. So.
Right.
I don't care if she's pink. She can be a fucking alien. Who cares?
Oh, you're gonna like this. This is gonna piss off Oni. Angry Joe's favorite turtle is Raphael. You have something in common with Angry Joe.
Okay, yeah, I'm also a human. Doesn't mean I just give a fuck about him.
But are you a human? Are you?
Are you now?
I mean, last I checked, I was, but
okay.
Again, if I cared about the opinions of Angry Joe, well, I don't. So he's also. I'm almost willing to bet he just likes Raphael because. Oh, he's angry and he's aggressive and he's so edgy. When Raphael uses his anger to mask the rest of the pain he hides, because anger is easy to use and it feels productive. But he's also incredibly loyal to his family because that's all he's got. This is the only life he's lived, and he's afraid of what could lie beyond that. But
exactly.
He would probably be the type to go, "Oh, he's just so much cooler. His brothers are all stupid." No, they all balance each other out. Holy shit. Anyways,
yeah.
Let's see what. Also, by the way, for like the last 20 years, they've made Baxter Stockman black. So it's not like this is the first time they've race swapped anybody.
Right. Someone called Angry Joe Angry Ho. Hold that thought, Dark Nova.
Again, take exception to is people tying my name or my likeness or some claims that I've made to things that I've never said, I've never alluded to, I've never perpetuated or anything. Only because, again, they have a fixed narrative that's in their mind and they need it to be true. I'm all for people disagreeing. I am one of the few guys that meets head on with his detractors, and I do it often. There's an entire playlist called Monetize Your Haters. You guys can see that. They've been some of my most notable streams. I have no problem meeting head to head with my haters. But one thing I will take exception to, regardless, is people that say I said things or say I've done things that had never been the case. And this now has happened in the case of the Angry Ho. And I'm going to go here real quick and we'll set the scene.
Take us to school, Rippa.
Joe, by the way, or Ho, what he does is he takes safe positions as it pertains to political and social views. Okay. This is not unlike anybody else that is big or a known person that is on YouTube. They take the safe positions, and right now the safest positions, and it's definitely been since the Trump situation, has been social justice leftism. Okay, period. So not to say that these guys are often political or social experts or guys that even speak about it regularly.
Yes, you did,
Angry
Nova.
Ho does not speak about
Nova.
it regularly. He has no idea what the hell he's talking about very often when it comes to politics. And this is the same sucker who also advocated that the government actually be involved as it pertains to more
Mr.
in
T.
the
James
gaming
Harden.
industry. This guy is an authoritarian
look like
social
Harden.
justice leftist, and he perpetuates these sort of social views that are often very safe for him to take. But in this post right here, which he used my likeness, that's the problem that I have. In fact, I think it's the first damn thing it is that he shares. And he says, racist.
Whoa.
April O'Neil is white, not black. I'm tired of being replaced. This is BS. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's a quote. It's a caricature. It's a over-exaggeration of what's being claimed. And then he also says the not racist weirdos. I don't care that she's black, but why isn't she this 12-year-old hot and sexy instead of ugly and fat? Can't wank. Okay, so he's either liking me to being a racist or liking me to be a pedophile. Okay, and he does that by showing me actually right here saying something about this whole situation. That makes him a punk bitch. And like I said, that's not anything that I'm going to play around with. Okay, liking me to
I ain't no
pedophilia,
punk
liking
bitch,
me to
motherfucker.
even being racist, considering that I am a black. So it's one of the two or both, right? One of the two or both. I'm either the racist, as he's showing the example, or I'm the not racist weirdo that apparently is liking to this. That's two shits that I don't play around with. Okay, and yeah, I'm coming to see you, Joe. In the event that I don't know how much you. I know we are in the same state in the event that we are at a convention. I am coming to see you for this fucking statement because that's not anything that I'm playing around at all with liking me to something like that. And keep in mind that all of this stems from what? Only thing that I posted was I told y'all this whole shebang was dead on arrival. But more importantly, I debunked a myth that has popped up pertaining to the Ninja Turtles and pertaining to April O'Neil, pertaining to April O'Neil. And I have addressed the myth, let's say that, with objective, verifiable evidence. It is the whole April originally was created to be black is a false statement. It is a false statement. It is something that has been perpetuated in recent years, for 20 years, really, for the conception of the Ninja Turtles when they first were published. That was not even a conversation in the 2000s. All of a sudden it became one, and now here we are. Go look at those previous videos. I did 2 of them. One where I go through for sure all of the receipts that there are. I go through the myths. I go through some of these supposed misquotes and all of that. I go through. That's what got these cats mad. Is me simply debunking a myth. That's it. And of course it came up. Why? Because there was a new movie trailer that was announced and the myth resurfaced, and I just simply said, hey, here it is. She's being depicted as this, but the primary point of that video, and you can watch it yourself, is me simply addressing the myth. And if that is going to get me not liking to fucking pedophiles, like I say, you gotta fucking come. You gotta see me, Angry Ho. Excuse me. He has to see me based on that, because that's not
Angry
anything that I'm
fucking
playing
hoe.
around with. Straight up.
I
take
do
that.
have
I take
something,
that
a
very,
couple
very
things
serious.
to
Both
say.
of those, either of those, especially someone who, I'm a black.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Oni.
People who take cheap shots regarding such serious topics really, really bother me.
Oh yeah.
Because it means that you don't have any other argument that can withstand the dissection that will take place. So you'll just attack the character of somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll attack them with some of the most heinous and abhorrent crimes, especially in an era where there has been so much coming to light, from Epstein to
Mhm.
Weinstein to what was it, Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, that's going
But
back a little bit, but yeah.
Don't opening that can of worms is a dangerous game, because you can attack my opinions,
Mm-hmm.
but once you start to attack who I am as a person,
Right.
that's to make me really aggravated, because you're now doing bad faith acting, and it's basically saying that you're so insecure you can't stand on your own.
Right.
2, given the accusations being leveled at Eric July, maybe Angry Joe is being super sly with his wording, where it's technically not accusatory, but he's making it so people can connect the dots.
Right. He's towing that line.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Angry Joe's been online for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I think
It
he was
amazes
around. He was around during internet blood sports era of YouTube, if I recall. Would be a real shame if someone started going back on his Twitter feed and YouTube videos.
Garbage human.
And it'd be really, really ironic if it turned out he was actually all of those things. Because every time I hear about this, it's because someone is actually trying to level off blame from what they've done.
Right.
I don't want to say Angry Joe is any of those things. I'm just saying it wouldn't surprise me if the accusations turned out to actually be a red herring for the skeletons in his closet. He's been online a long time.
I'm sure he's done stuff like that because I think he's learned from stuff and how to do retractions on things, but you never hear about it because, he puts out a video literally every day, gets hundreds of thousands of views. He does one every 24 hours for some reason. He shits out so much content, it's going to be hard to get through it. But I do have screen grabs of Angry Joe, him going back and forth with Eric July on Twitter. I do have another. Oops. Here it is. This is what I mean by adding more context to the story. That's why I put these in here. This was 2 days ago. The message is for the young Rippa fans for berating the channel because on his recent attack response to the Angry Joe video, I posted this over there. I will post it here for you as well. I was wondering why my video suddenly got mass downvoted. Just so you know, young Ripper, I pulled the picture from the Screen Rant I used for the top tweet from Gabe Super Ultra Maga Dude. Your tweet is only on there because the guy retweeted it on your tweet. I didn't even know you before this. I'm coming. If you, quote unquote, coming to see me in real life, you better come respectful because you popped off for no reason on a misunderstanding and sent your Rippa fans to mass downvote my video and come and attack me because you misunderstood. I wasn't talking to you in a tweet, yet you act like I was directly addressing you. So slow up, take a deep breath, and realize the only reason you were on that picture was because some dude retweeted you his own stupid take on April O'Neil's White Only. So now he's trying to reshape the narrative. Angry Joe is, and it sounds like
and
bullshit.
Let me just say, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
If he was really apologetic you would privately message Eric July and go, hey, I think there's been a misunderstanding, this, that, and the other. And, you know, hey, can you maybe get your fans to back off, because I think there's been a misunderstanding. I'd like to talk this out privately with you because I didn't mean for it to come off that way, and I'm sorry it did. That would certainly show a lot more character, because then you could show that later when everything's been resolved and you go, hey, look, you know, Eric and I were talking and he had some really great views that I wasn't aware of, and I may have jumped the gun and I didn't think before I posted, but we talked. It was really great conversation. Learned more about what he has to offer the comic community. But no, that's something I hate about social media right now, especially, is that everything has to be public for some reason.
Mhm.
Whether it's relationships, it's arguments, it's drama. You know, this idea of pics or didn't happen kind of thing, and that's funny to an extent, but just how obsessive it's gone. And you can't tell me that you didn't think of the connotation. I find it very difficult that someone like that would be so careless, or you would allow your team members to be careless. I mean, I've disagreed with certain thumbnails used by the Quartering and his team, because some of them, I feel like a lot of them are really clickbaity and unnecessarily dramatic. I think some of them sometimes show more than it really is appropriate. Like one of them showed when the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh had passed away in the drowning accident. One of the thumbnails showed a body floating in the water.
Ooh,
It changed.
that's a good idea. Let me write that down.
They did change it, but showing a deceased individual, or what is suspected to be a deceased individual, without blurring or otherwise censoring that, I think is not just highly inappropriate, but I think it's highly insensitive and arguably unethical. But this, although far less dramatic, it also just doesn't take that much forethought. I refuse to believe someone like that is so ignorant that they wouldn't think, oh, this makes so-and-so look bad. I'll just, no, you can't tell me they didn't think that. He's too savvy for that. You cannot be using social media that often and not be aware of the rules, not be aware of how things are received or perceived.
Get lazy. I think you get lazy after a while. Well, you just didn't care. It's one of the two. Yeah, you're aware of it, but you just don't care. I think that's what it was. They're like, oh, I'm too big for this, and I could do whatever I want. And then he's talking about down clicking and stuff. Welcome to the real world, Angry Joe. That happens to me all the fucking time. Wham! People are putting a thumbs down on your video. You're garbage. Watch any of his reviews. They're so linear and not thought out. Like, he puts more work into his green screen before he gets into the video that he does with the actual content of the video. He knows nothing about video games, nothing about comics, nothing about movies. To even make an evaluated opinion, it is shocking to me that he has lasted as long as he did, because he has no insight that's original that any other fan would have. There's nothing. At least when I review something, I have a background in it. He has zero background in it. I wouldn't even call him a critic. Gene Shalit is rolling over in his grave. If you guys don't know who Gene Shalit is, he's a movie critic. Siskel and Ebert will come back from the dead as zombies and slit his throat. I'm just saying, this guy is talentless. So for him getting in trouble, I don't care. I hope he gets demonetized, honestly. I just really hope he does, because he's talentless. he's only good because he got in early on YouTube. That's the only reason people watch him. I don't care if you're a fucking fan either. If you're a fan and don't like my opinion, I don't give a fuck. Because like again, these are our opinions. If you don't like it, I don't care. This like I just can't stand the guy. He's not good. He's not good, and he gets in trouble like this every 6 months. It seems like, at least.
That's the thing, though. I'm more concerned about the fact that I don't really hear about him because I try to avoid that side of YouTube. It just seems more
so do I.
hyper aggressive, macho bullshit, pseudo intellectual side of YouTube. And I just don't need that. But I haven't really
Eat
heard
your ramen,
anything.
be happy, right?
It pretty much. I haven't heard too much about him, but the stuff that I have heard, it hasn't really been speaking well for his character. It sounds more like it's just vapid and
if
immature.
you're hearing it from me, you're getting one side of a story.
Well, I
Soda
know
might have a different
in
opinion.
Video
but...
I watched once, but
I
mean, if you're following the same shtick for that long, I mean, at some point you got to ask yourself, are things changing for the worst, or am I just stagnating? I mean, look at PewDiePie. PewDiePie did a lot of just, horror games.
He evolved,
dumb shit.
right?
Oh yes, very much so. I like PewDiePie now. I wasn't a huge fan back then just because everyone loved him. He was everywhere, but it wasn't really my type of thing I could get on board with. But as he changed from strictly gaming to networking with people to getting into reading and philosophy and looking at, humans from around the world, he did a three video series on dumbest human deaths in history, which was hilarious.
Yeah.
But it's so different from what he used to do. I like this version of PewDiePie. It's a lot more candid. He's not having to upload as many videos. Yeah, he did. And he is. I mean, he's a man. He's literally a man. He's married. He's going to have a child with the woman he loves. That's growth. That's a lot of growth. But Angry Joe hasn't changed. I mean, Laggin Out's changed, not just from the lineups that you've seen, but the way it's been produced, the topics, the way it's being presented, that has changed throughout the years. It's...
You got to evolve to what works,
Yeah.
But
well, that's
he's like this.
He
still thinks he's
work.
like... He does refer himself to an old man in that video. He's like, oh, I'm the old man here. But yeah, you're still wearing a leather jacket and spiking your hair up like you're like circa 2003 douchebag in the club on Wednesday nights because bitches drink free.
Whoa.
But he's
but you still can't help but bring up the race of a character or take pot shots at a person's character.
Right.
That's the first thing you reach for.
I mean, we talked about last week about character race trading, but we didn't rip on the actors that are playing them. We actually gave them, like, they are great actors. That woman who plays Ariel has pipes. She can fucking act and she can sing. She's a great actor. Just can't be Ariel. Ariel from we talked about the origins of Ariel and where they were, and they actually have a statue of that I don't know if it was in the Netherlands or Denmark, somewhere in Europe, of the actual character that was written. You're not race swapping, like he's race swapping with his name. His real name is Jose, not Joe. Joe's Joe, just Americanized name. But his birth name is Jose something, not Altuve, but
Angry Jose.
Yeah, Angry Jose doesn't have a ring to it, right? So, but yeah, it's like we weren't attacking anybody. He allegedly attacked Eric July. Allegedly. I have to say allegedly for legal reasons. But they had this, like, that's why this is the same reason why you hate Twitter and all that social media. It's like more drama than it has to be. Like you said, if they squashed it privately, they wouldn't be getting people going back and forth watching their stuff, and they wouldn't be making money.
think he's scared.
Uh,
Let's go.
Jose is scared.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I would be scared because that Eric
Trevor's like, "I'm
July
coming
looks
to meet
like
you."
a tough fucking guy. I wouldn't fuck with him.
I'm
I
No,
coming to
like
meet
Eric
you.
July, man. Even more now that like he articulated himself like that. I didn't know him
Oh, yeah.
from Adam, and I have a lot. Like I don't even know. Like you talk about him all the time. You bought his comics, Oni. I didn't. I was like,
saw.
okay, cool. You're supporting a small independent comic creator, right? Great. I think that's a great thing. But now that I see him as a person and not just like
Oh, yeah,
a
no.
name on a piece of paper, and I'm like, this guy's pretty fucking cool. I like him. I want him, Eric July, if you even get a chance to look at this, I don't know if you can, please come on our show. We won't even advertise that you're coming on. Just come on to hang out with us. We won't even like promote, oh, Eric July's coming on. We just want to come on and talk to you because like you seem like a fascinating guy. So
No, he is. And the
I
thing
know
is,
I know we're really small, and he probably is not going to see this. But if you do, in the chance that someone retweets this on Twitter, we would love to have you on the show. That's it. Go ahead, Oni.
I mean, yeah, no, Eric July he's a tall, broad man. But the thing is that he even said, I want to talk to you in person.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Was
Let's
he
man
saying
up.
it aggressively? Yes, he was saying it aggressively.
Of course, he's
Because
mad.
You attacked a man's character.
Mhm.
That is not something someone of character would do.
Right.
That's the mark of a coward. Now, I understand why Eric July would make this public, because there are certain accusations that are very difficult to take quietly. This is one of those accusations that's
Yeah.
very difficult to take lightly. So, I'm not mad that he made that public. If you're going to apologize, though, for something like that, Angry Joe should have made a private message
Yeah.
and then put a message out on his group saying, hey, guys, I sent private message to Eric July hoping to settle this because I think there might be a misunderstanding, and I don't want to make this come across in bad faith. So, please settle down, hold up. I'll let you know if and when he responds, but
Jose, relax, dude. Jose.
my thing though is he's upset that people are downvoting his videos.
Poor baby.
Understandable.
At least you're getting
But my
views,
thing is-
motherfucker. We do better content than he does, and we get like 7 views, 8 views on our YouTube channel. Get fucked.
But then these are the same people who say you should downvote or you should boycott, you should do this, that, or the other. Who are saying all these new iterations of XYZ, these woke, or whatever fill in the blank
They tried to do
diversity
that
things
to us last year.
are getting downvoted all the time.
Mhm.
And it's like, so you don't like it when someone does it to you?
Yeah.
Interesting. You don't want to play by the same rules. Let me explain equality for a second. If I
That
go
and
up
then
to
correct it. If you
and-
can like
and I go-
correct it. Go ahead. Sorry.
if I go up to you and I punch you in the face, the equal reaction to that would be, I should get punched in the face.
Whoa, dude.
But she's a girl. I'm a woman, okay. And
Whoa.
she's,
Come
at me, I fucking
she's
dare
like
you.
half Asian, okay. I
Wait.
shouldn't have started the fight. If I didn't want the fight, I shouldn't have started it, because then I shouldn't be complaining about how someone decides to finish it.
Good lord.
That's equality.
It
That
is.
is equality.
I agree with
You
that.
play stupid games.
Win stupid prizes.
Like Soda. Soda doesn't fight. He's a beatnik.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Right.
I mean, he doesn't have to fight. He's got the Matrix.
Right.
Break your shit.
He's the only host that runs at 60 frames a second.
That's right.
So he'd be super fast, and you'd be like, I'm lagging. He's like, you'll fuck now.
You fuck now. Yeah, that
Nice
show?
5G. Let me bring that down
Jose?
to 2.
Jose, angry Jose.
Oh, they are the pin on a dick.
I wonder if they're both in Texas. I'm thinking they're in Texas, aren't they?
Eric July is in Texas.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Fucker.
Cause I bet he's a Houston Rockets fan too.
Fuck you too.
Him and Soto are gonna go out for a beer.
No.
They're both Rockets fans. You see Altuve, on a side note, Altuve was playing for his home country against the Astros and got a hit.
Yeah.
It's funny. They threw, California Angels played Team USA and threw behind Trout.
Holy
But anyways.
shit! I haven't heard that name in years.
Mike Trout?
The California Angels.
Yeah. Of Anaheim.
Holy shit!
Mexico and Canada got a big fucking brawl.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, really? Had a fucking like. Yeah, they threw it a dude like 4 times and missed him, and he's like, dude, come on. And the next pitch, he just beamed him right in the back, and that was it.
Wow.
Like, what the fuck?
I know Australia upset Korea.
Australia plays baseball? Where's Nova?
Yeah. Where's Novo?
No, they're getting better at sports. Basketball for sure.
Yeah. Well, you might notice that Karen that's not here. He had a family emergency, and we'll keep it at that. But make sure you check him out Tuesdays and Thursdays. I think he'll be back Thursday. But check our local listings on Twitter. We actually advertise for Twitter and not attack Angry Jose on there because we don't want to give him free advertisement, even though it'd be punching down if he was going against us, but he doesn't even know who we are anyway, so I don't care.
Keep it classy, folks.
Keep it classy. Don't say nothing. Be respectful. Don't downclick his stuff. Just don't watch it if you don't want to see his stuff. You know, that's what people do to us. That's what millions of people do to us.
We don't even get seen because of YouTube.
Yeah, because of
And
YouTube. So,
Twitch, oh,
yeah,
you're great. Oh, wait, we can't help promote you.
oh, you're good. Your stuff looks professional. Okay. All right, then we're gonna go to Rumble then. Rumble will like us. You can go live on Rumble actually, but you have to pay.
Mm.
We might just do this stuff like Joe Rogan does it on like Rumble or something. Not Rumble, but on like iTunes or some shit. What's that?
I said BitChute. I'm like, I think I'm a little old for this now.
Oh, here we go. This is one of this is an influence of Hero. He's like, we got to do this story. I go, you gonna come and do it? He's like, no. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll just announce the story. So, if anyone doesn't know who AOC is, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she is a state representative of New York, and I don't know how she keeps on getting elected. But she has a degree in economics, but apparently cannot balance her own checkbook because she doesn't know simple math. And I think she graduated from the University of Columbia, but the University of Columbia doesn't want to. No, I think Boston University, but they don't want her to acknowledge that she went there because she's an idiot, allegedly. With that being said, Alex Stein is suing AOC for blocking his First Amendment rights, just like AOC supported a lawsuit against Trump for the same thing. Apparently, this is what happened. So there is a law on the books where if you are employed, a federal state employee, you cannot block your constituents, meaning you can't block people from talking to you. So with this loophole, Alex Stein, a comedian, is suing her for a First Amendment violation, not be able to talk to a constituent of the United States government. She can't do that. Now, I have the video. If you don't know who Alex Stein is, I have a video. This is you guys you might go, oh my, like Oni's gonna say oh my god, and Soda's gonna laugh. So here's the clip of Alex Stein, what made him famous.
AOC, my favorite big booty Latina. I love you, AOC. You're my favorite. She wants to kill babies, but she's still beautiful. You look very beautiful in that dress. You look very sexy. Look at that booty on AOC. That's my favorite big booty Latina. I love it. My favorite AOC. Nice to meet you, AOC. Look how sexy she looks in that dress. Woo, I love it, AOC. Hot, hot, hot like a tamale.
Tamale.
AOC, my.
So yeah, so she decided to block him after that video because it like went completely viral on YouTube. But Greg Gazoo was saying hell yeah. in the chats. But any comments about the other hosts? We'll start with Soda this time.
Well, you know I hate her, and I'm with you. How the fuck does she keep getting elected? She's like the dumbest person I've ever listened to. Like, she makes people dumber. Like, I mean, that whole thing she went on about we need, the cows were causing,
Global
global
climate
warming.
change.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, stupid. Like, shit she says on her own stuff is like, what the fuck, And then, as you said, she went after Trump for so much shit that she does herself. And we got to realize, you forget AOC flies everywhere. She's worried about
Right.
our environment, but yet she fucking flies in a private jet. You know how much fuel a jet kills? Or, like, it's like,
Right. Carbon footprint.
yeah,
I
you
think.
fucking cunt. Yeah. Like,
Oh my god.
what's his face? Matt Walsh had a GoFundMe page for this woman to help her grandmother down in Puerto Rico after the hurricane. She
Yeah.
made them cancel it. No, her grandma got none of that money. I mean, they literally could have rebuilt the whole fucking block with as much money as he raised, and she's like, not gonna take it.
She blocked 10,000 jobs in her own district
Yeah,
from
with
Amazon going there.
Yeah, I mean,
But
how?
I mean, she doesn't understand how to help people,
If she
and
was
she doesn't understand the Constitution because, technically the argument is I have a loophole for her, which I don't want to help her, but there is a loophole for that. But Oni, what do you think?
I know what you're going to say regarding the loophole.
Yeah.
If he's not in her district,
Right.
then it doesn't really count because how can he be a constituent of hers if he's not even able to vote for her, if she's not an option on his ballot?
Exactly.
she trades crack.
It's
for
unfortunate.
Votes.
It's unfortunate because she could have been someone very different, in my opinion. Now, I don't know that much about her, but from what I've seen, things like the way she speaks about people, especially white people. But if I recall, she's currently engaged to a white man or a man who seems very white.
Ginger,
and
you can't
of
get
course,
much whiter.
I think that with some of
Prince
these
Harry?
people, perception is all they care about. Perception is reality to them. I hate that phrase because to me it seems very shallow. It basically tells me you refuse to look at anything beyond surface level. That you will get everything you want or need from whatever is just immediately there instead of digging deeper and investigating. Of course, sorry.
I was gonna say she's been killed so many times on YouTube. If you ever watch her, she doesn't know any of the laws, and the guys are like, according to law, 12.0. She's like, that doesn't exist. It's right here.
Like she was talking
I'm
to a
aware.
Homeland Security guy about like Israelis crossing the border. He's like, they're not illegal. He's like, if they're if they're Israelis, they need to go to a proper border entry. They're committing this crime. He cited the code, and then she kept on saying the Israelis is like, no, they're illegal. They're committing a crime, and this is the crime number. It's like 817B. I don't know what the number was. And he kept on reciting it to her, and she had like this glassy look over her face, like she had no idea what he was talking about. He could be speaking another language, and she had no idea what that law was. I'm like, yes, they're coming across a border, but like she doesn't like, oh, I don't want to hear it. But what drives me crazy is she goes on fucking Twitch and plays Among Us with Iham Omar and gets 20,000 people watching her on Twitch playing Among Us. And that's not the bad part. She's like, oh, why are they using gas-powered stuff in the future? I says, well, because...
It's nuclear, actually.
Yeah.
Which is clean. Nuclear is very clean.
That's true, because the laws never stop politicians.
She's always got a career at Chatterbait or OnlyFans.
Wow.
My thing is, she could have used her...
Sorry.
No, you're good. She could have used her background in more ways than just as bait, political bait. She could
That's
have
our
said,
whole MO.
"No, I know
Yeah.
that, grew up child of immigrants or was an immigrant.
Yeah.
Worked your way through college, maybe didn't get the greatest grades, but you still strive for something better." But she abandoned that. Arguably, she never was about that. And that's what's really sad is I'm pretty sure I'm pretty close in age to her. I'm okay with my blue collar life. I'm okay being a nobody.
She's 33.
Because I at least I don't sleep that well, but I know it's not because I've got that many skeletons in my closet. The demons and ghosts that I walk with, we're pretty cozy now. Sometimes we ruffle each other's feathers, but it's
Emotional
manageable.
damage.
With her, she's just making it worse for herself and everybody else. And so for her to get sued, I mean, that's kind of, at this point, kind of like a rite of passage for a politician. So
It's funny.
You can only hope she handles it with more grace than she typically would, but I'm not optimistic. So
She's probably going to cry on a chain link fence at an empty parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like she did before. Oh, look at all the
He tried to kill me.
undocumented workers.
He
I'm
tried
like,
to
why are you
kill
leaning
me.
against a chain link fence in a parking lot? Nice staging there, dude. You can't fix stupid.
How do politicians? I don't get it. They should have some kind of IQ test or common sense.
Yeah.
They need a common sense test. Like you have
Half
common
of them
sense?
are in a psychologist's office. It's like, why are you representing a district when you're not lunatic, but you're not, your mental health is not stable?
Well, this goes to America. Why America are we voting for these fucking people? Like, I don't get it.
Well, the thing is that we're not. It's like they're winning elections, but is anyone voting for them? No.
And we're never gonna be able to prove that or disprove it. So that's what's fucking even more.
So wow. You know what? Just stuff the ballot box like they do in South America.
I guess.
Fuck it, right?
I mean, I haven't met that many stupid people. I mean, maybe take that back. I lied.
you don't want to know. That was going to be bullshit, and you know that.
Yeah.
I never met that many stupid people.
Yeah, I forgot what I do for a living.
For a second, you could almost live in bliss.
Right.
I was trying, only I was trying.
And
So
reality comes sneaking up on you like the cat in the hat.
Right.
Dirty hoe. Oh. That's
just
from
don't
Cat.
say nappy headed hoe, you get in trouble.
Dirty hoes from Cat in the Hat.
She is a woman who dip her head in the whole ice cream tub. Yeah, that's her. And have a gluten out, not lactose intolerance. So, like, we were kind of serious on the last topic. So we wanted to do something fun. So I suggested this topic, and I pitched it in the pitch meeting. And I didn't expect the excitement coming from Oni, but if I would see her face, she was like beaming from ear to ear. So we're going to talk about the all-time favorite gaming soundtracks that we enjoyed. And Oni was going on a whole diatribe for it felt like 10 minutes. Like, oh my God, how am I going to only pick 3, she said.
Right.
He's like, there's so many great games with such amazing soundtracks. What ones are we going to pick? So I was like, that sounds like a you problem, Oni. That doesn't sound like a me problem. So, joking aside, we were going to say, okay, what are the best chat, if you guys want to get involved with this, we want to get you involved here as well.
Yeah.
When we start discussing it, if you have one, throw it in the chat and we'll discuss that one as well. So, who would like to go first, Soda? Oni? Who would want to go first?
Mine.
How about you?
How about me? I'll go first. I'll do my first one. We'll do all our first ones and then go through. We'll do top 3.
Okay.
So my first one is a classic one. My first one has to be from my college days and playing the N64 and the greatest soundtrack of that time, the soundtrack of my video games in that era has to be 007 GoldenEye.
Mm.
Great soundtrack, you know, classic though. It's older than the actual N64. I think that soundtrack was a remix of an older version of it. I'm so sorry. I'm coughing. I've been coughing all day. As soon as it hits 6 o'clock, I start coughing.
'Cause you're talking.
But yeah, I thought GoldenEye was good. Especially the holding screen. You can actually dance to it. Dun 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 dun. I love it. I just love it. I thought it was a great soundtrack. All right, who wants to go next with their first one?
Mine is old school for my first one. And some of you probably don't even know about this game. Original Nintendo Kid Icarus. Or Kid Icarus, however you want to.
Oh shit!
Oh wow, from the
Yeah.
NES, right?
Yeah, original.
Damn.
I used to play that game so much. And I was thinking when, you know, Oni was going down our list, I'm like, man, what was the Nintendo game I played other than, of course, you know, the most common one that we said last night. But I'm like, yeah, Kid Icarus. We didn't have the internet back then, so whatever the pronouncing is. But I played
Did you
that
play
game.
the? Sorry.
My favorite to be Savage old Amiga game. That's what Great Kazoo said.
But that's
Has
back
to
when
be
you.
Say from the old Amiga game. I never heard of that.
Neither. But back
I have
when
to look up a link. That's interesting. I'd like now he's piquing my curiosity. I don't remember Kid Icarus's soundtrack, to be honest.
look it up on YouTube. It's definitely.
Are we gonna get copyright flagged on that?
I mean, no, you don't have to do it now. Like you get free
Oh,
time.
okay.
But it's one of those games you could beat in, I'd say, an hour and a half. But
Did you ever play the newer iteration of Kid Icarus?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even know there was one. Let me look it up.
Yeah, there was a huge revival.
Oh yeah.
That's why you see him more in Super Smash Brothers and stuff, is because they made some new games for Icarus.
See that.
Yes, I know the
Gotcha.
kid's name is Pit.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia, like it's bringing back memory.
I know Nova said he thought Elden Ring had a really good soundtrack, something more recent.
Yeah.
Does not surprise me. I look forward to it.
Yes.
That is correct. I have it. I just haven't fucking played it. Shut up.
You can start playing it on that computer. We got you.
Yeah, I know. I have a lot of games I downloaded that I never played yet.
Oh, check out what he has.
Should you bring
on
it to work
3D.
and have it on your break? Go ahead.
Kid Icarus 3DS. Never really played 3DS, so
Metroid's the
I'm sure
worst
it's on the
soundtrack.
Switch.
Hear that, Hero? Metroid's the worst one.
That's fucked up.
all right. I want to.
Savage Amiga game soundtrack YouTube 340 timestamp. Okay. Check that out later. Oni, what's one of yours?
Shadow of the Colossus.
Shadow of the Colossus. How's it go? Can you sing it for us?
Well, there were like a bajillion different songs on it for different phases of the fights, for different moments in the story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, I have a PlayStation 3 version. It was originally for PlayStation 2. This is one of the first games they started doing soft cell shading, and they wanted a full-on orchestra. I'm talking, I mean, you're battling creatures.
Battle.
The smallest one is still probably the size of a small bus. Is like the smallest Colossus you fight is like a short bus.
So as big as
And
AOC's ass.
There's just you on your horse. By the way, your horse cannot die. Your horse will throw you off of a cliff. How do I know? Because I may have done that. But it's full on orchestra. It's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And the thing is that it, to me, was what helped to tell the story more because it uses an imaginary language. It is now I read up on the game before I bought it because I didn't know the game existed till I read up. So for me, it was about listening to the soundtrack as I'm playing this game, and you get these swaths of emotion and that excitement from fighting the boss, from exploring the world, which is very large, especially for that era. I mean, it's very interactive and very beautiful. But the music doesn't feel small. It helps to accentuate the story. It's very Ghibli-esque in that regard, where they take into account the musicality, and I think that's very important.
Agreed.
I guess it's my turn. So
Sure.
that's a good pick. So here's mine.
Thank you.
Zelda. I thought that was too obvious, so I left that off my list. But
Oh, please. It doesn't have to be about... It's not about, oh, well, this is super unique. It's what you love. It's what you like. It's what got you interested in it.
Anyone,
Also, cheers
you
to
know,
System of a Down.
Joe and I's age, spent hundreds of hours on Zelda. Have you
Oh
done
yeah, I never
Zelda?
beat it.
What?
I never beat it.
I'm
I know.
ashamed.
I'm horrible.
I'm ashamed.
I never beat Mike Tyson's Punch Out either.
You gotta beat it. You beat it once and then it changes and you beat it again. Though. I mean, you gotta beat it twice. You never
beat
Mike.
it.
Wow. But disappointed.
I know. I didn't beat a lot of games I wanted to beat.
I used to have a whole
Story
book
of my
of
life.
every game I'd beaten. I had a whole notebook.
Wow. So that's mine. I I was happy I got the blue shield, which was bigger than the regular shield that you had. And I accidentally erased the game. I never was able to get that blue shield again.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
brother
F in the chat.
purposely. He'll never admit to it, but he erased my Zelda cartridge. I know he fucking did. He still denies it to this day, but
You have to be playing the game now. Yeah, look at me. Look at that. I'm awesome.
and this is
I'm going
before
down
the
the stairs.
internet. If you didn't have Nintendo Power and you needed to find something, you were pretty fucked.
Yeah, I had the map on Nintendo Power. It was like it was a giant fold out map only.
Oh yeah.
It had to be like 3 feet across by 3 feet.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it only had the above level. It didn't have the sub levels. It
Ooh.
was
like
horrible.
always getting lost in the fucking woods.
Oh my god, dude. Don't. Oh my god. I'd always get lost in the woods. I love the projectiles there. The projectile of the
And
the
that's the
sword
cool
there.
thing that South Park did. They actually made Canada look just like Zelda.
Oh my god, that's
So,
hilarious.
yeah, so when you went across the border, you basically everything looked like you were in Zelda. It's fucking awesome.
Well, that's mine, Zelda. I guess it was too obvious for Soda, obviously.
No, I mean we talked about it. I figured somebody was gonna pick it. So.
Okay.
I
What's
have
your
some
next one?
more modern on this one. I'm going Assassin's Creed Valhalla. They went all, Viking type music on this one, and I put a lot of hours in the game, so very peaceful, very set in the time. Of course, most Assassin's Creed games are really good music wise. So Black Sails was really good too, but Valhalla was more my style, I guess, as far as the music. So that's probably not much of a shock. Very Nordic.
There you go.
Don't let us get copyright claimed. You know how Nintendo is.
That would be my second. Like I said, put a lot of hours in the game, finished it, even though you beat it, you don't know you fucking beat it. That's the only thing I have. But you got to go to actual ball, you got to do a lot of fun shit. I never went back and played much of the DLC though. I probably should have. But great game. If it ever goes on sale, I suggest everybody pick it up. Wait, a lot of hours in it though. At least 100+ hours in it.
Wow. It looks nice, so the
Yeah, it was-
soundtrack probably went
yeah.
well with the environments and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's a good pick, though. Good job, Soda. Actually doing some research.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did some
Yeah, man.
homework.
Gaming nerd, man.
Yeah. Now that is a picture that I can wrap my head around. There. That looks fucking delicious as hell.
Yeah, it does.
Oh my god, seaweed wrapped with what is that? Shrimp and rice? Sticky rice?
Yep.
What are you doing to me, Oni? Oh my god. I should have had that for dinner. That would have probably would have done it for me. I would have been happy. Instead of like the white fish that I had because I'm Catholic, I can't eat red meat on Friday
Oh yeah.
and chicken, so I can eat fish.
Thought you were Jewish.
I mean,
I look
Shrimps and
Jewish. I
insects.
keep going.
I'm just kidding.
What's that?
shrimps and insects, so
Yeah, technically.
maybe it
Yeah,
counts.
no
as
water
like meat.
insects.
Yeah, it's a bug.
Yeah, essentially. But I'm not gonna dip a cockroach in cocktail sauce. That's not happening.
No.
Oni, what's your second one?
I don't know if it's considered cheating, but I would say it's a series, but it's only 2 because they're got fucking canceled. So you know what's coming up. The more recent iterations of Deus Ex.
Oh.
If I had to pick one, Mankind Divided, because they built off of what they set up in Human Revolution. Human Revolution did have a very cool soundtrack, but Mankind Divided just ran with those themes and tones even more. If there's a scene you want to watch for the tone of it, oh my gosh, I could tell you the scene because it looks so fucking cool. From the first game, and then the second one, it's just there's even more. The music is just really good. Yep,
Yeah, sounds good.
that's the intro. That's main menu music.
Yeah.
But if I may suggest a scene, if we ever watch it, there's a scene from the first game, and it's all about the ambiance. Adam Jensen arrived at Picus at their international headquarters, and he's been trying to chase down these different people, and he winds up in the essentially the main computer room of Picus, where it turns out, spoilers, the game's been out for like 10 years almost. The woman who's been telling everybody the news is actually an AI, and she's been secretly trying to help Adam the whole time, but she can't tell him everything because of, restrictions in her programming. And he goes, why can't you tell me what I need? And she keeps appearing and reappearing because of the holograms, and she comes up behind him, she goes, because she won't let me. And it walks right into the next boss fight, which is a pain in the ass, but holy shit, the music is just, it's both awe-inspiring, it's somber, there's moments of pure sadness in it, but it's all about the emotion because you're exploring themes of humanity, transhumanism, the future, mechanics. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, that's by the way, a lot of of Mankind Divided takes place in Prague, so that's why you see a lot of Prague. hang on. I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna put in your chat the thing I was talking about.
This was one of those games I wanted to play and never got a chance to.
Very good.
Where is which chat? Discord or
Zoom. I can't tell you for sure the name of
pop
the
up?
video exactly, but yeah, people were really pissed off in the first game because they're like, why is everything washed in what looks like piss? Because it was like a yellow tinge to it. There was an actual mod made strictly to remove that tint over it. So in Mankind Divided, they didn't have it. But again, with Mankind Divided, with all the care and attention that they put into the game, it's why it pissed me off so much when it got put on the back burner for who knows how long. So.
Hmm.
It looks like the guy from Anybody Watches You. If you don't, you should.
It's my turn again, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
So I'm going something a little bit more recent, which means 21st century. So I'm gonna go with the original soundtrack to Halo.
Everybody loves Halo. Couldn't come up with two. Oh, I came up with like 6.
Oh, it's like chant music, you know.
It's like cult
It goes
music.
religious undertones. You know, you have the chant music things called the Covenant and the Halo and all that stuff. So the monk chant music actually goes really well with the game, in my opinion.
Lindsay Sterling does a good version of the Halo.
Enemies are called the Flood and the Covenant. You know.
Oh.
I actually had words to this soundtrack.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus is Lord. And I like do that all the time. People are like, what the fuck are you doing, Chieftain?
What's wrong with you?
I know. Like I
You're
make up
Catholic.
words to shit. Well, it's not like I'm making fun of it. I just think it belongs in there. They can sing this at a church.
Well, they could. It sound good. Too.
The original game, it took me 6 months to get past this one level. I just couldn't get by it. The fucking grunts kept on killing me on the top. I had to run. I thought I had to clear the level. I didn't realize I had to run through the level. So I ran through the level and just got through with like a sliver of time because I was on the part where it says you will die. I don't know, the hardest one. Legendary. I don't know what it was used to be called back then, but I did beat Halo 1, 2, and 3. So I did beat those games, the campaign. I did beat 10 years of Call of Duty campaigns. So it's not like I couldn't beat any game. I just couldn't beat, as a kid, I couldn't beat those other ones because I don't know why. But yeah, this was like the first game that we do LAN parties with. You know, you'd like literally bring the TVs and Xboxes and plug them all into each other and then like put it into a living room and you would have like 8-on-8 battle royals and shit like that. It was for us pre Xbox Live. That was the thing to do. So Halo is my pick.
Halo was one of the few games you could log on anytime and get a match.
Right.
That's
yeah.
why I always played it. I didn't really care for Halo, but you could always find a fucking match.
Savior, one of our CFO, was a Halo Pro, and semi-pro in Halo 2. So he knew his shit. And then if people know our friend Pink, our original full name was Pink Power Ranger, but she goes by Pink P11NK. I think she's on Twitch. I think that's her name on Twitch. She game tested Halo at age 13. So she was a beta tester at 13, and I think she's been in 300 tournaments and has won a handful of tournaments, a lot of prize money.
Yeah.
But she's really good. And I don't... It's funny to me because she doesn't stream that much, and then she hits 100 viewers. She gets 100 viewers on Twitch. It's amazing to me. Her marketing strategy is like a savant. I don't know what she does. I don't know how many souls she turned into Twitch to get that, but it's amazing how many views she gets. And she speaks like me and plays like a fucking pro, and she just owns kids. It's funny. And then she does the stupid voices too. She'll do the oh well, like and troll people, and like she'll have these funny clips on TikTok. So essentially, I'm doing everything that she's doing, but she's getting more views. I'm jealous of her. I think she does a great job, and she deserves it. She works hard at it.
She's
But
probably prettier
Halo,
than you.
please, everyone's prettier than me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my third and final one. Soda, what's yours, buddy?
All right, this again goes way back to a game I put about 4,000 hours in, probably, maybe more. Star Wars Galaxies. This is the Star Wars MMO that most of you probably never had the pleasure of playing, but it was really hardcore, and you'd be out on Tatooine, just
Hardcore.
you could be walking around before they had the vehicles and shit, and the music would just come on, and it was like nostalgic, like you're like, wow. I don't know if it was original Star Wars music, but it was done, of course, with the orchestras, and it was just like, I remember, I still sometimes when I'm laying down and Cold Front comes in, it just triggers a memory of playing that game, and it's again nostalgic. Yeah, that would just start playing, and it was just like I said, I don't know if it's original to the actually, but it was, you could tell it was Star Wars music though.
Oh, you can totally tell if you guys can hear it on the chat.
I mean, the whole game.
Pretty.
I don't know why they never tried to make another one with all the planets, and I mean, you built everything from hand. Like you had to mine everything. Nothing was, like World of Warcraft. Nothing dropped. Of course, they changed it to that and ruined the fucking game. But took you, thousands of hours to open a Jedi. Everything was the way it should be, not given to you like it is now. So. Yeah, they have some servers.
Back in my day.
Yeah, they do have some servers up, and I worked on one of those way back.
You worked on one of their servers?
The ones that, they made after they basically fucked the game, and we went back and,
The mod?
Yeah, you can call it that.
A hack server?
That's what Gazoo said. People still play it. It's a great game. The original version, not the fucking World of Warcraft thing they went to. So where you went from level 0 to 99 instead of build in your trees. So yeah, it was just great. Like, I mean, said you just wandering around finding new shit, and the music would just kick on in the background, and you hear the wind blowing, and it was way ahead of its time, I think. So
They really created an atmosphere.
yeah. I mean,
Like I was telling my students that you want the sound to complement the visuals and not overpower the sound, and you don't want the visuals to overpower the sound either. You don't want the sound to overpower the visuals, and you don't want the visuals to overpower the sound.
right. Star Wars
You wanna-
Galaxy, the music wasn't always playing. It just kind of came out of the blues, and it was like, oh, this is nice.
It's like, I
Especially if
really
you were
feel
like,
like
farming by hand, and you didn't have your machine set up yet. It was, it was kind of past the time. You're like, oh, this is relaxing. It kind of relaxed the game that was really hardcore. So.
yeah, you're like, you know what? I'm slaying some Padawans here. I need some relaxing music
And
to
again, that was,
de-stress myself after the mass murder I had at the Jedi Temple.
that was a great thing. Nobody knew how to unlock the Jedi. That was the big thing, Then you finally figured out how to do it, and it still took you fucking hundreds of hours. So, and then they
Comes
just
out, it's
started.
like Oni like with a rat tail coming out. It's like, let's fuck some shit up.
I mean, it was just like that. The bounty hunters, you know, you weren't supposed to be out in public, and this is
Oh,
really
okay.
cool. Yeah. You'd have
It's
to
like
kind of
that.
dress
Yeah.
up in your armor so nobody knew you're a fucking Jedi, you know, because if you got killed as a Jedi, you lost a basically whole skill, which could be 400,000 XP, which could be weeks of work. You know? So,
Oh my god.
yeah.
You ever play Shadows of the Empire for the Nintendo NES?
Let me see.
I think the first level was you're in a Hoth. You're in a speeder, like a land speeder, and you have to like go around. It's like that. Dun, 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 dun. It's like a very jazzed up. And you have to hit the tow cable on the AT-ATs.
Wow, that is
Not the
old school.
AT-ATs, millennials. It's called AT-ATs.
PTSD.
The only one that you can say an ATST is the ATST, not the AT-ATs, which are the AT-ATs. And you had to go around the legs and knock out the walkers, the Imperial walkers. That was the greatest part. Like, I would play that part over and over. I didn't even give a fuck about beating the game. That was the funnest part of the game. It was the very beginning of the game. I would do it for hours.
That's the Star Wars Legos, man.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you can go and do that.
I love that, dude. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to put together my Mandalorian, I think it's right back there. If anyone wants to put that helmet together, that Lego helmet together, let me know. That'd be great. I don't want to fucking do it.
Law. But yeah, that was probably one of my favorite games ever. Definitely top 5. And I was gonna go with throw it extra. Just the Final Fantasy VIII was also amazing.
There you go. Honorable mention.
Final Fantasy.
Oni's got a bunch of honorable mentions. Like, they're so good that I want to get to them. So Oni, what is your third one, and then your honorable mentions?
Okay, my third one is Doom, because it's, in my opinion, from what I've at least gathered, not very often that people choose such a violent soundtrack. Now, part of it's because there's sometimes just, it doesn't just match the tone of the video game, but also it is so primal, so guttural in its existence, and unapologetically so, that it spawned another game. The thing is that I can't really give all the credit to the original Doom, only because, like the original 90s Doom, only because they used a lot of inspiration, brutal and plagiarism, from existing intellectual properties or music. But with Doom 2016, they really made some unique music, or music that could harken back to the originals. So the fact that they were using everything violent, from chainsaws to, weed whackers, guitar riffs, it was everything a Doom soundtrack aspires to be. And yes, I'm a metalhead, so I fucking love that. However, with my honorable mentions,
that's her
no,
fucking
because
metal face.
Zoom would probably fucking crash again. So I gotta.
We should have
I gotta
3D
keep up my
printed a
little
Zoom
shrinky
helmet
buddy.
for you.
Yeah, I wish. Look like a satellite dish.
I actually do have the 3D file.
Oh,
Just
shit.
saying. I'm just saying. But we're in the process of printing something else out for you that's halfway done. So, you need to get the visor. So let me know what color visor you want for the thing that we're printing you for. Do you want a yellow tint? Do you want like a regular tint for it? Because I need to buy that separately.
Oh fuck. Give me till Sunday, maybe.
Okay.
Sweet, thanks.
A little bit of Doom soundtrack here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah! I want to sacrifice a goat. Listen to this shit.
I'd sacrifice. I'm not going to say what I'd sacrifice.
Whoa. Hopefully not me.
The only reason why I cannot put the 2020 Doom on there is because of all the shit that they pulled with Nick Gordon, according to what's been going on in the evidence released. Because they basically took his work and then didn't credit him or pay him, is what it sounds like, is what the allegations are saying. So because of that, I can't. It would be impossible to tell the true intent of his music at this point, which is unfortunate. But he had full control over his 2016 soundtrack, so that's great. My honorable mentions include Pokemon Puzzle Challenge, which was a Game Boy Color game that essentially took the first and second generation Pokemon, simplified a lot of it, but like Nintendo does, combines elements of the puzzle games like Dr. Mario or Sega's Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. And you can collect Pokemon by doing certain challenges, completing certain quests, very limited. But they had really great remixes of all the Pokemon's theme songs, especially for the gym fights, and arguably has the best iteration of Lance you will ever fucking hear. Because let's remember, Lance is the same guy who has an under-leveled Dragonite. And then he had 3, because fuck you and the horse you rode in on. Unless you had a Pokemon with Ice Punch. Anyways, another game I thought had a fantastic soundtrack. And I almost feel bad I couldn't put it on the full list, was The Wolf Among Us by Telltale Games.
I agree with you on that one. I played that game. I love that game.
The music is... It has that mysterious
Really
noir
wish it would
feel.
come out
Almost-
with the second one.
Almost like a lullaby. I can literally listen to the intro music on repeat 4 hours. It's just so beautiful.
Nice.
Maybe they won't fuck up the sequel. I'm trying not to cry because I'm scared.
Listen to the Among Us beginning orchestrate.
Definitely hear the cello.
Hell yeah, it sounds so good. And full context, Oni and I would talk about this game in extensive detail for hours in chat, and how great it is. The whole stories are. The story is great. The music is great. I mean,
oh yeah,
it kept you engaged. It's like a twist on fairy tales. It's great. You know. You don't need to know the source material that it came from, which is Fables, which is a comic series. But it doesn't, from what I've heard, do a disservice to it either. And then the third honorable mention I had, just for the sheer hold on pop culture it has maintained, is Tetris. Because the Game Boy
the
Tetris or the NES version?
I'm talking the original has the Kremlin in the background, where they technically actually stole it from a Russian guy from the Soviet Union. Anyways, the theme song Tetris got their song from that everybody knows. Technically, they had 3 themes you could choose from. The first one, the one that everybody knows, is technically a Russian folk song called Korobeyniki. And it's just, everyone knows it.
Yeah, that's it. Many of hours went into my cabeza.
Wah wah. You hit a Tetris on that game link. It would set the Tetris. It would set that level to your friend, and it would make theirs go higher.
Hmm.
My brother would get so
No.
mad he would throw the controller, so I'd have to
Oh, no.
catch it before he threw it. Oh yeah, we were violent gamers at that point. My brother used to throw the controller at the TV, and it had a tempered glass front in front of the tube. And I thought someday he was gonna fucking break it because he was always player 2 in Super Mario Brothers. So, like, he'd get so mad if we played a sports game and I beat him. Be like, "Fucking cheater! You're a fucking cheater!" I was always the cheater. I'm like, "No, you just suck."
Whoa.
And then he'd get all mad, and then we'd have a dart. He'd find the darts on the dartboard and start throwing darts at me. And we'd have dart fights. I remember
Oh,
I threw
shit,
one
I
at
just
him. He
had a
was running.
memory.
He was running up the stairs, and I picked him off, and I hit him right in his upper thigh, and it was like hanging out of his leg. Great. He
Awesome.
did it to me too. I'm so surprised we
Speaking
never
of
got
two-player
tetanus.
games.
Oh god.
No,
yeah,
this is good.
Go
I
ahead.
swear it's not bad.
What is it?
Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was technically Badger and I's first video game ever for the Sega Genesis.
Good old
We would
Genesis.
be up at 2 in the morning. Our dad would get home from graveyard shift. He would, we'd want to be awake so he could, come home, say hello as he was getting ready for bed. He'd let us sit in front of the TV, get a Pop-Tart in our little blankets, and we'd sit and play Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Badger was always Tails, I was always Sonic. She was better than me. But there were different levels. There were the additional levels you could play. That, I think, is one of the general levels. The casino levels, though, have
that was
fucking
hard.
awesome music. You can't tell me a Sonic Casino level or the Ruins didn't have great music.
Yes,
I
Great Kazoo
defy
Tetris was
you.
created in Russia. That is correct. I actually do a video game history class, and that's actually one of the questions on the quiz.
Based off an algorithm.
Yep.
But
One of the
yeah.
most video games were created from in the United States were created from military surplus and given to universities. One of the universities is the University of Brookhaven, which is no, I'm sorry. One of them was actually created in the University of Brookhaven nuclear lab, which is near my house where I grew up. I lived in the town of Brookhaven, never knew there was a nuclear facility there, which might
Yeah, that's
explain
probably how
some
they like
things.
it.
Yeah. And some video games, like my dad went to the New York Institute of Technology, were created there. University of Utah, UCLA, as well. Most of the games were like people say Pong was the first one, but there was a predecessor to Pong. Pong was stolen from another company, but there were actually goggles and stuff created in the 60s that actually you can actually see the game, and like you were just essentially just like a laser game. It was based on sonar and radar from the Cold War.
Yeah, I think
post
I
World
remember
War
hearing
II.
about that.
It was literally, the screen was like a circular. It looked like a porthole, but it had like kind of like a lens on it, and that's one of the first primitive games that were created. I don't know. You guys might be bored by that in the chat, but a little bit of useless information from Chieftain tonight. But yeah, but Tetris was created there. But I remember hearing Oni's and her sister's favorite. I used to hear this in my sleep all the time. Video game dance party.
On the keyboard.
I remember when they tried to do like voiceover stuff. Like there was a video game called Double Dribble, and it would go double dibble. It almost sounded like double dribble. We go double dibble, double dibble. And Blades of Steel is like, take the shot. Like you'd hear,
Oh, yeah,
take the shot, pass. Like it was like, oh my god.
I only played that game to get the voice.
Yeah, Blades of Steel, when you got into a fight on the ice, Oni, the loser would have to go in the penalty box. The winner would stay on back on the
I
ice.
heard about that. I heard
Great.
about that.
Great fucking game.
The way hockey
game.
was meant to be.
Exactly. If you lose the fight, you go in the box, you pussy. That's it. That's all there is to it. Do you have any more?
That was my initial list, but I mean, I can always go on about great music in video games. I will say the sound design overall, including the music for Kingdom Hearts, I think is probably what helped keep it around for so long. Not just because they literally had orchestrated pieces, whole concerts that helped tell the story, because yes, they went that far, but it wasn't just all recycled Disney music. Especially because the feeling I got when I played Kingdom Hearts was they didn't expect to make it a series. They expected this to be a once-in-a-lifetime chance to tell a story
Oh,
of two
first one was
giant
great. Yeah.
companies from across the sea combining forces, you know, in a child's eyes of good versus evil. And they made that. And the first game was fantastic. Like,
I agree.
it could have stood alone,
Uh-huh.
but the fact that they made more, and although I think they did go a little overboard with the number of video games they came out with, you know, at least it sort of had an end, sort of.
They just kept pushing them back too far. It was a problem. I remember I pre-ordered number 2. It was supposed to be out December of, I don't even know what year. It came out like 3 years later. I'm like, what the fuck? I already pre-ordered it.
I played that shit in our Discord the whole time, and me and Soda just going, just rocking to it, and like everyone's like, you guys are fucking old.
Yeah.
Do you remember when sports games like Tony Hawk's Underground, ATV Off-Road Fury
Tony
used
Hawk's
to
one of my
have
favorite games ever. So,
songs where it was just popular grunge or
yeah.
metal songs?
Mm-hmm.
Like System of a Down, who did the version of Zelda, which, yes, I do know how to sing it because it's fucking hilarious. Oh my gosh, could we play it? Do you think we'll get flagged?
He's playing Eminem. We're getting flagged.
Yeah, but it's slow when we're talking over it. So what was the sound? What was it called?
System of a Down, Legend of Zelda.
System.
I don't know if we'll get flagged. It's super short though. It's not. We could do a karaoke version of it.
What's System of a Down? Legend of Zelda? You said?
Yes.
That's a thing?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, you don't know? We are about to blow his fucking mind. I need a suitable image for this moment.
Is this it?
Yes, it is. And now the children don't play, but they...
This is hilarious. That's hilarious. And guys, this week's trivia is which game console first featured the first Halo game? We were talking about Halo before, so we will have that answer at the end of the show. Imagine if Link was a boy. You ever see those search? It's like, you want to drive a gamer crazy? Go ahead, do that.
We increased our revenue 60%. I think our
What if Zelda was a girl? What? But yeah, played Mega Man 04, a level with Ragnarok.
Oh my gosh.
Mega Man 0.
Yeah. Mega Man 04. Ragnarok. Oh my gosh.
Rock.
Sorry, I
Oh.
accidentally hung up the phone earlier. So, how did you enjoy the System of a Down Legend of Zelda?
I like that.
You're
was
welcome,
awesome.
Chad. This is also why System of a Down is fantastic.
How dare you?
How dare you?
Tell you. Okay, Mega Man Ragnarok soundtrack.
It should be called, I think, Falling.
It's not showing up. Hold on.
Oh my gosh, that song is so fucking good.
Mega Man Zero Falling Down.
Mega Man 04 Falling Down, I think. Could be it. Either or. Why wouldn't it be There we go.
We could have made this the whole show.
Yeah. I have a whole bunch more.
That sounds like workout music to me. Hey, Oni, show us your metal face. That's her fucking
Zoom
metal
will probably
face.
hang up.
That's
the Zoom
fucked
would
up.
probably hang up.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Oh, it is.
Good call, Honey Badger. Good call. Welcome to Soundtracks with Laggin Out Live. We're here to do your request. Brought to you
Laggin' Out
by
Radio.
League Shadow Legends. Get your free hero today.
Ronda Rousey.
Get your soda hero today. He shoots out graphic design letters out his eyes. He tells you to center justify or you die.
Left justify.
Left justify. He doesn't do rule of thirds. He does left justify
I do rule
on
of thirds.
everything, which makes
And
everything look the
photography.
same and boring.
Photography class.
You off center it, you're fine.
You put it on a grid.
Sound like I have cancer.
We have to do lower thirds on our video if we ever get enough people.
Yeah. Also, if anyone wants to buy RAM, I have
We have one.
I have the Vengeance RGB Pro 2 sticks of 32 3600 megahertz DDR4 RAM.
I gotta see if it's compatible with mine. Probably not, but
I got the numbers and everything for you. It's for sale on eBay. If you just look it up, it's the only one that's for sale on eBay. I don't know if that's good or bad.
should have put it under my account.
I can. I didn't even think to ask you. You know how I feel like asking for favors from people. You know I don't like that. Me and Oni in that same boat. I can do it myself.
Yeah, we know somebody else like that too.
Yeah. I'll do it myself. So, okay.
How dare you?
How dare you? Damn it. Where is it? I'm rusty at this.
Who?
Can't find it.
How dare you?
Magma Shoulders laughing. LOL. So the next slide here.
Oh yeah.
PS6 leaks. Does anyone else have the context on this? Anyone want to take the lead on this, or should I do it?
I mean, I'm the one who brought it up, so I do know what's going on.
Well, tell us the context, Miss Oni.
So some documents have been leaked with some redacted information. I guess because someone was like, well, I'm willing to show this online and lose my job, but not that much. So
right.
Allegedly, there's talks about the next console already.
Allegedly.
And what it looks like, given some of the context regarding video games and exclusivity and all that bullshit, there's talks of a PlayStation 6 possibly being released late 2027 or, that maybe 2030, somewhere in that space. And there's a lot going on with that. So for starters, a PlayStation 5 has only been out for like not even 3 years, to my knowledge, maybe 3 years if you're being really generous. And
Right.
you're already talking about replacing it. That doesn't tend to be indicative of a successful console.
Well, because you
No.
can't find them. You can't get them
Exactly.
So the
Two,
bots write them.
why the fuck would you release a console when people can't even get the hold of the first one?
If I'm
Right.
not mistaken, they couldn't even get enough consoles to do their own damn competitions. Like, they
Pretty much.
literally-
Well, I think
What?
Xbox also had the same
Yeah,
problem, but
Xbox,
that's
they did, yeah.
neither here nor there.
That's
But
They have to
horrible.
write legislation for this.
But then there's also the PlayStation 5 has only been in production for a couple of years. The PlayStation 4, to my knowledge, still has games actively being released for it. So PlayStation 4 isn't dead yet. PlayStation 3 only went obsolete a couple of years ago.
If anyone wants to buy my PlayStation 4, let me know.
So the PlayStation 5 isn't looking to have been a successful console. It's not looking to have been respected. And at this rate, won't even be reaching the average minimum of a PlayStation console. The previous consoles from PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 averaged about 10-year gaps between releases. And the thing about PlayStation 2 is we know the PlayStation 2 was basically just immortal. You had to try to kill it.
Mhm.
And even then, when it was replaced, it was still very good quality. And
Oh, yeah.
it was good. It was a solid console. Simple, sweet, boom. That's it.
Yeah.
PlayStation 3 could have made some better choices in some ways, but not a bad console. It was still a good console. PlayStation 4, there were some things about it that I don't necessarily like. Mainly the lack of memory, which, anyways.
I can relate.
PlayStation,
I have a lack of memory myself.
Yeah, but you're also aging like a fine whiskey, okay? There's a little bit of a difference. It's
Oh my God, you're so
condensing.
sweet tonight.
I'm trying. Because
Wow.
last week I had a really shit attitude, and I'm trying to not do that again.
Everybody had a shit attitude. Everyone had like I felt like shit. I felt like everyone. It was a shit show last week.
Oh yeah, it was.
Pardon the pun.
But again, we're talking about Sony wanting to have talks about the PlayStation 6. I mean, I understand having research and development on a lot of things. I totally get that. Should always be looking ahead, especially when you're in the networking of technology.
What's up, Mariner?
Hello. But the problem is Microsoft is going to be looking at this and going, wow, that's not a good sign for them. We should be marketing Xbox even harder, saying, look, you can still buy ours. Look at the longevity we have. Look at how durable it is. Because like
Our wieners are bigger.
Like what was revealed like 2 months ago, that with okay, you see the pose of that PlayStation, right? It's vertical. Turns out with some of the original releases of PlayStation 5s up until recently, if you stack it like that, eventually the coolant would leak across the console and kill it.
Whoa.
Really? If you sat it the other way?
Yeah, if you stack it the way that it's been shown in marketing and has been allowed for years, it would eventually wear down the coolant chambers, I guess.
The seals
and it
or
would
something?
leak. Yeah, and it would leak into the rest of the components.
Which one? The 5 or the 4?
Yeah, the PlayStation 5.
Oh my God! I never heard of this.
That was quiet news that we did bring up a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month or two ago.
Oh, I might not have remembered talking about it.
dumbest
it,
fucking
wasn't
thing
it?
because it's like, how long has it been advertised that you could put a PlayStation vertically or horizontally? Years.
Yeah.
And now
Years.
you're saying that it's an issue? Really? Are you? I mean, it's almost like bread ring of death with the Xbox. Like,
Oh my God! Don't do that. I'm
how do
having
you fix that?
flashbacks.
So
You kick it and you pray to Jesus that it works. That's what I did.
maybe sacrifice your firstborn child,
Right?
or someone else's
I don't have
firstborn
any of
child.
those
Could
that
be
I
any
know of.
child, really.
I might have a 13-year-old running around somewhere, but I mean that's a story for another show.
Yeah. So with the PlayStation 6, if I were their
Illegitimate
competition,
child. Next week.
I'd be
on Laggin'
going,
Out.
yo, we need to be advertising harder because they're already looking ahead. We should be advertising going, hey, our console's going to last way longer than when they release theirs. Also, you can still actually buy ours. Good luck
It
finding a
lasts
PlayStation
longer.
5.
Giggity.
Like, what a way to say that, hey, we want to have a new console, but we can't even buy the previous year's console. It has put.
Yeah.
Eventually, they're going to have to retire PlayStation 4. I don't know when that's going to happen. Okay, so this kind of
You'll
ties
buy
into
mine for
another.
$100.
There's another frustrating thing that I've got regarding technology is this push toward 5G. When most 5G can't even stand on its own, it has to actually be based, if not rely on 4G LTE.
I'm convinced
So-
5G is going to give me cancer.
I mean, everything's going to
completely
give us
convinced.
cancer at this point. It's just which type of cancer.
I
The thing
paid
is that
Badger. I paid
Sorry.
$300 for it, but for you, $150. Go ahead.
Don, give me your
The-
PayPal.
the phones that can use 5G are still essentially just using 4G LTE in most areas. So you can't even really use 5G as it stands. It's really just glorified 4G LTE. So what's the point of paying for a 5G phone if you're going to mostly get 4G LTE? 4G LTE is going to be a staple for the next couple of years at least because the technology hasn't caught up to be cheap enough for
Yeah.
more demand. So with the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 holding on together so long, I don't know if the PlayStation 5 is going to last very long anyways because they're still producing games for the PlayStation 4. I mean, not solely, but games are still being released for both. So what's
Yeah.
the point of owning a PlayStation 5? Oh, but you can get better graphics. Can you,
Like,
though?
But
Can
only
you?
the human eye can only see a finite light spectrum. So
Exactly.
this higher graphics thing is just a marketing ploy. If you put a 4K and an 8K in front of a person and ask them which one is which, you are not going to get an accurate answer. It's just not going to happen.
Plus, that's why the TVs aren't made to keep up with them anyway. So if you don't buy the right TV, your PlayStation is useless.
Yeah. And this
See, that
5G
bothers me
bullshit,
too.
I know Oni will agree with me on this, but because if you guys ever hear the show or if this is your first time, welcome. But Oni has trouble with cell phone service, and so do I. I get literally one bar. I have 2 bars on my phone now. I have 2 bars on my fucking phone right now, and that is a rarity. I have one
had 3
bar
for
on
a
my
second.
fucking phone. Yeah.
I have 5 if it makes you both feel well.
Eat a dick, Soda. That's how you do a clip. Not 50 times, just once. Hear that, Hero, on the replay? Hero is, I think, hunting in Georgia.
No, it's a meeting. So
Oh, it's a meeting of killing shit. That's
yeah,
right.
it's a hunting meeting with the rednecks.
Yeah. I don't know how you can kill stuff with an LMG and still have enough meat left over, you know? I don't understand that. I think Oni's looking something up. Are you looking something up?
no.
Okay. There's a delay there. It's like, hold on a second. Is that?
So plus, here's my issue with a lot of the newer consoles. They're so fucking big. Like, I don't know where to put them. At least, yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Giggity. Like, I mean, the new Xbox, big giant fucking square that you have nowhere to put
Mhm.
because if you have a PC, it's not like the
You have
good
no
old
place
days.
to
You can
put
put your
it.
PS2 just about fucking anywhere. Then they made it even smaller. You could literally, you know.
Yeah.
Now
I
look at
have
this
a-
thing. This thing looks
I
like
have
it's 2 foot tall.
I know. I have a monitor stand that's long ways. Like this. It's long ways, and there's one level on the top where the Xbox just slides in perfectly. And then on the bottom where the stand is, you can slide your PS4 in there, and then you can just plug in the back. And I have that sitting literally in front of me. My PS4 is essentially a dust collector now because I never use it. But I have that also. I don't.
Sorry. No, I
but,
would be very careful with that, just because.
Airflow.
Yeah, just remember that your consoles have to be able to breathe. I'm not
there's
saying
space.
that I'm not saying they need to have like their own air conditioning unit. That's what the coolant's for. But just there's a reason why when you see on the packaging, they want you to have room in the back, up top,
there is room
around the sides, because they throw off heat. Just like any other piece of processing, any form of energy produces heat. Just basic physics.
I can
So
switch my camera over and show you if you
Good
want. I
news.
can switch over. You guys want to see it? How
There's
it's
some
set up?
good news for the PlayStation and I believe the Xbox owners. Discord is now on there. Thank God, finally.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Oh, I can't pull it. Oh, wow. I hit buttons here now.
Oh, now we're off.
How the fuck did that happen? All right. Where am I? Oh, there it is. Okay.
So if you guys didn't know, you can download that Discord
Yeah,
now,
you can download Discord on PlayStation.
which could never happen before, and it sucked because if Nova was playing something like PlayStation or somebody else, you can't talk to them. Now you can. Yeah.
It'll be like, you'd be like, hey Nova, where are you? 10-second delay. It's not fucking working.
I mean, I'm not saying it works. It doesn't work.
Yeah. But only the monitor stand I have it's vented, so there's holes on the top. On the second layer, there's holes on the bottom for venting. And then it's able to breathe. There's enough space in there. But it's been there for 4 years. Thank you for letting me know so early.
Well, how am I supposed to fucking know what's in your room?
No, you're not
I'm not a
supposed.
fucking spy.
You're not a. I thought you said you knew where I lived and everything, and you're gonna come kill me or something.
Possible.
No, but I do know where you live because it's in the staff sheet. So
That's right, it is. Like, I know where you live. You'll fuck now.
I will find you. And I will kill you.
I will kill you.
Come at
So,
me,
yeah.
I fucking dare you.
we'll see what other PlayStation 6 leaks there are, whether it's going to be coolant leaks, info leaks, data leaks.
Yeah, we'll have to keep up with this one.
Yeah, definitely.
So not who even knows if it's even truly real? I don't know, but it would still not surprise me if the PlayStation 5 turned out to have been a failure of a console.
I
Sega,
hate that. Yeah.
just bring back the Dreamcast. Let me witness the
Oh
Dreamcast
my
like it
God.
was meant to. I had a Sega Genesis.
I love my Genesis. I had to Sega Genesis CD. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
That shit was the.
Oh, you were the rich kid. Okay, I got you.
No, I was on the wrong side of the tracks, but that was like literally birthday, Christmas, like everything for the whole like 2 years worth of,
I had NHL 95 for the Genesis, and there was like a cheat in there. If you cut horizontally across the net, you can always beat the goalie and backhand score. So like my brother and I would do that. It's always the guy with the puck that had it last can do it, because you can manually move the goalie or you can have it AI'd, like programmed in. But it's really hard to control the goalie and play defense at the same time. So you always put the goalie on auto. So it would always be like I'd have like the fastest guy. I had Gretzky or something, and I'm like cut across his whole defense, and then hit the brakes at the blue line, run across the net, and backhand it. It's like double hat trick, 6 goals.
We're gonna have to do like an old game stream night or something.
Oh my God, that'd be so much fun. I do have a retro setup too. I think I can show you guys what it looks like.
I can play the original Dragon Quest and shit.
I don't know where it is now. Where is it? Oh, there it is, gaming. Okay. There is one called, let's see. Hi there. That's my retro gaming screen right there.
Nice.
Missile command.
See how the electricity changes colors, I think. Oh no, maybe it doesn't. That took me forever to fucking figure out. That was so hard to do. That was like I built that all from scratch. I put the missile command thing on the bottom because my parents used to play missile command.
Nothing showing. You should be able to see it, Gazoo.
No, you're not be able to see me.
No,
You can't see me because it's not set up.
he's like John Cena.
Is it not? Someone did like the top 5 no, top 10 wrestling entrances and DX never was in there. I was so mad. Oh, pick of yeah. You're not gonna see, yeah, great, because yeah, that's not set up for my stream. I was just showing that the setup for it. It doesn't. It's not set up for it. So there was gonna be a dark black box on the right side. That's what she said.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Whoa, dude.
But yeah. Speaking of Discord, we'd like to thank our boosters on our Discord: Actinova, Stormwolf Song, The Mariner, Hypernova,
Wow.
and Soda. Thank you so much for making our Discord great. We appreciate you guys. And that's $10 a month and $100 a year. $99.99. I got it right this time, Moni.
Hooray.
Yay! Now this makes me happy, and then the context makes me sad. So
As it goes.
yeah. So you know, as you know, everybody knows Marvel is now a property of Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Although now Disney has to pay property taxes.
Well,
Go woke, go broke, bitch. But yeah, the Punisher is coming back to streaming services, but not at Netflix. It's going to be a Marvel, but there's going to be some changes, guys. The original guy is going to be doing it. Which he was also in The Walking Dead as well. You guys remember season 1? He was in there as well. But yeah, the Punisher, and I don't think it's going to be canon with the original story, is it, guys?
no, it's not.
Anyone have any more context on that and want to talk about it?
It's going to be called Daredevil Born Again. It's going to be on Disney Plus. Supposedly 18,
What the?
18 episodes so far confirmed. Next year release date. It is going to have Kingpin. That's been confirmed. They are going a different direction, so if you're a big fan, hopefully they don't fuck it up like Chief said, because I was a big fan of this series. So
I liked it too.
let's see what else is cool coming out. Of course,
He doesn't have guns, right? They changed that.
that I have not read anywhere just yet.
I'm not
what
sure
I
if
could
it's
find.
confirmed, but he's like he has projectiles, but like was it bow and arrows or some swords and shit? I
They
think Oni
are-
was talking about it.
They're trying to tone it down, of course, which hopefully they don't make
Why?
it PG-13.
Yes, Kazoo, same actor.
Yeah, same actor for Kingpin, yes. But they're just said that's all they said. They want to tone it down.
What the fuck
Yeah.
does that even mean? It's
Well.
the Punisher.
Right.
He's supposed to be like Deadpool, but less insane.
No, he's pretty crazy.
More-
but-
Also,
More
I
wanna-
your family
chaotic-
be insane too.
Well, they said they want to make
Chaotic
it
or
more
lawful good.
online with Hawkeye and Moon Knight. And hopefully, Moon Knight was
Then
had
you
some-
shouldn't have chosen Punisher.
Right.
tone. You know, I mean, Moon Knight was kind of had some brutality in it, but Frank Miller, had something to do with. Oh, that's Daredevil. They're supposed to be bringing 2 new villains in too. I don't know if that's confirmed.
And they're not going to specify the villains, are they?
No. Said a lot of this is speculation. A lot of it's confirmed. A lot of it's not just yet. So I was a big fan of this, but I was a big fan of all the shows. I didn't really like Luke Cage, but they made it too racy for me. So
What's the matter with you? Nick Cage was that was great.
Luke Cage.
Not Nick Cage, but well,
The second season was I actually was getting into it the second season, and they, you
Yeah.
know, yeeted it like.
now like
They,
if you said Iron Fist, that was
I-
horrible.
no, I liked. In fact, and when Iron Fist was getting good, when he pulled out his fucking dual guns, it's like yeet off. You know,
It got good the last 5 minutes of the last show. That's
Well,
when it got
yeah.
interesting.
But it was still, you know, worth watching. But
But what
hopefully they're supposed
only
to bring
got
them all
good.
back.
Oh boy, another rich white kid that like learns that having this white guilt goes off, learns karate, comes back and gets superpowers. Wow. Okay, Batman with superpowers, you bore the fuck out of me.
Yeah, but there's
I'm just
the lore went a lot
Was that
deeper
on
than
it?
that.
just still trying to wrap my head about toning down the Punisher.
We'll have to like. I
Yeah, they're
said,
gonna make him a woman or transgender.
if they do that, I'm definitely fucking going or gay. And I'm not nothing against any of those, but
But
Punisher
that
is none
okay,
of
no,
them.
that if that's what they mean by toning down, let me just say that is sexist and bigoted to
No,
say that only a white man can be violent and aggressive or capable of violence. No, everyone
He changed his name to
Has-
Kyle Rittenhouse.
everyone has the
Wow.
capability, the potential to be violent.
Kingpin is definitely
Different
violent.
triggers, different
Definitely.
causes, different thresholds, but everyone has the capability. It's just that we have become so
I hope not Kazoo, but
brainwashed
Right?
that only
Well-
a white man is bad.
if
No,
they make it PG-13, then we'll know.
if it's PG-13 because they're not showing as many corpses, that would make sense. But the whole point of the Punisher was people do bad things. I'm going to go where the law refuses to go and solve the problem.
Remember,
I
this
don't
is
care if
Daredevil,
they don't
though,
like
not
me.
Punisher. It's Daredevil, not Punisher.
Oh, but he's gonna make an appearance though in Daredevil.
He's always been in Daredevil.
Right.
So yes, it's Daredevil, not Punisher. That's Daredevil Born Again. It's
So
actually
they're not coming back with the show, just the characters.
right.
What you're
It's
saying.
actually season 4.
Oh.
It'll be season 4, theoretically, of Daredevil. So
Is it
but
canon
still
with the
Daredevil.
previous?
no, they're gonna change it.
I mean, with Daredevil still, though, what are they going to do? Like,
Well,
more
Daredevil
court
was
cases?
he was never a Kingpin made the brutality. I mean, Kingpin would take dudes' heads and slam them in their doors, and blood would splatter everywhere. That's fucking violent as shit, you know. Like
Right.
the Kingpin was also in the Punisher, so it's all
Yeah.
kind of linked. So
So I have a question now. If this is Daredevil, is She-Hulk gonna make an appearance? And if she does, will Oni watch it?
No.
no,
It's the worst. All right, what's worse, Iron Fist or She-Hulk?
I like Iron Fist, so I haven't seen She-Hulk.
I like She-Hulk.
I'm not gonna pull a hero over there. I hate it, and I haven't watched.
I
it,
hate
so-
everything, and this is
Why
why
do I have
it's
to
not
choose
canon.
between two terrible shows?
Yeah,
Apparently-
that's the
Who
thing.
the hell is Echo? It said Echo.
Oh,
Might be getting a
she was
spin-off
in
of
the
her
Hawkeye
own.
show.
Okay.
Apparently, she was the main antagonist of the Hawkeye show.
I hate Hawkeye.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
The song that plays when she enters the scene in the pilot episode, that song is by Depeche Mode
Oh, good old school.
called Christmas Island. If you listen to the vinyl cover of that, the vinyl extended cover, that song is fucking cool.
Depeche Mode was just
But
cool in general
the-
back in the day.
Oh
Yeah.
God, no, they weren't. They were never cool.
Bullshit. And
I would.
No,
You know why? Go ahead, Oni. I'll tell you a Depeche Mode story like in 30 seconds when you're done. Go ahead.
Just listen to Christmas Island, the extended vinyl cover. It sounds really cool, but that's about. Aside from, there was a huge boom of Depeche Mode because they were being inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But there was also one of their songs, what was it? Not Prophecy of Truth, something of Truth. It was used in the trailer for Death on the Nile. So, yeah. Okay, I'm done.
It's like when I was working at Sony Pictures, we were in a group in this room of 5 people, and the same girl that didn't like the hand lotion I used because it was too strong of a smell would play the Depeche Mode, that song that goes dun 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 for hours and hours. I'm like, really? You're complaining about the lotion on my hands smelling weird, and you're listening to that shit for 5 straight hours. Don't you get? I don't understand people playing the same song over and over and over. I wanted to kill the bitch. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to fucking choke her. I couldn't fucking stand that music anymore. So I have a bitter taste in my mouth with Depeche Mode because she fucking ruined it for me.
I can listen to a song. I can listen to the same song literally all fucking day.
Oh my God.
I can listen to it multiple days in a row. Here's the thing. Part of it is because you can predict where everything's going in terms of the music. Also, it could be the feelings that it brings up. That I can definitely tell you about. Sometimes it's just the repetition of it, or you get so obsessed with a song, you have to play it on repeat until it burns out of your head. That tends to be another thing too.
Ugh, can't do that. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. I just can tell you from experience that's what happens.
When I wanted to torture myself when I was depressed, I guess I probably listened to some sappy country song or Chicago or something.
Well, if you play it backwards, you get the dog, the girl, and your trailer back. Country music.
I would do my twerking.
Lay down, flip it, reverse it. Where are you going? You're so tiny.
Oh yeah, I am tiny. You can't see me twerking.
Get up here.
I'm tiny.
He's twerking. He's twerking like fucking Shaq.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It reminds me, if Steven Spielberg knew how to dance, that's what he would look like. Fucking funny. All right.
We'll have to see who played Charlie Cox. Yeah, he said he's not going to confirm or deny any rumors, and be careful what you wish for. That's basically what he said, though. It could be brutal. We'll have to see, but I'm happy it's coming.
Yeah, they changed the Daredevil outfit, so now it's mustard yellow and red.
Yeah, that's one of his variants, so. We'll have to see if they do any of the other ones, though. I'm kind of.
I like the fact that he was. Go ahead.
Can Jessica Jones be on Disney?
Oh my God, I love her.
Well, I don't know. It's Disney.
I like them pale bitches.
I'm actually hyped. So Punisher. Well, Punisher again. He's gonna be in Daredevil. So.
Did they ever bring in the Electro?
Yeah.
Not in the TV universe.
Electro. They're trying to tone it down. I guess they never will.
No, they.
Yeah. She's in Spider-Man.
She was in Daredevil too.
Electro?
Electro.
Electra.
Oh, yeah. Electra. I thought she said Electro. No, Electra was in Daredevil. Yeah.
Yeah.
They watered her down too.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
But that was Netflix. That wasn't Disney at the time.
Electra's
a strong character.
Oh, we love our women of color, BIPOC, all that shit. Oh, but not that one.
Oh, they made her Spanish, I think.
Yeah, she was not white.
She is Spanish.
Yeah, she definitely wasn't.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking of Jennifer Garner's Electra. Yeah. That's why.
Jennifer Garner's Electra was pretty cool. Okay, especially for it being an early 2000s movie. I know it was kind of corny and campy, but I think she did a really good job in the role.
Yeah. Ben Affleck, horrible Daredevil. Horrible Daredevil.
Back when Evanescence was first coming out in the music scene with their big album, and good times. Hey, let me just say though, that version of the Kingpin,
I like him.
that's a special place in my heart. May he rest in peace.
You like that the new guy who's the Kingpin? He was Private Pile in
oh my gosh.
That's the same guy.
Perfect for Kingpin, if you ask me. Dude.
Yeah, the guy is
from what
versatile
I've
as
seen,
fuck.
From what I've seen, he looks like the Kingpin, which is impressive.
He was also Edgar in Men in Black.
He's like all, he has this proper etiquette, then he just has this temper and just fucking rips people.
Fucking great, and he loves the character. He loves playing the character. He's like, he wrote a letter like, please let me be Kingpin in the Spider-Man movie, and like they let him do it.
I mean, it's Kingpin. Kingpin is one of those characters. He makes evil look so suave.
Yes.
He does.
What he does.
The Kingpin.
He's always drinking his wine, and his fans. Of course, till he got thrown in jail, but even in jail, he ate fancy because everybody's scared the fuck of him. So.
Yeah, right. Like he had like cred. So.
If you haven't, anybody hasn't watched it, go back. I don't know if they're still on Netflix. They took them off, but if they're still on there, go definitely watch them.
Oh, they pulled those.
Have they?
Well, I think they're all on Disney Plus now.
Well, they're on Disney too, I'm sure.
Yeah,
that, but definitely.
They need to make money somehow because they're losing their shirts with Disney Plus. And now they have to pay $700 million in property tax in Orlando now.
Poor babies.
And they're not going to have private security. They have to have cops inside the property now, not the security guards. They're going to have like real cops and shit.
Well, they could tell them they don't pay property tax and give everybody in America $2 million. That'd work.
Right. Hey guys, we're on TikTok as well, so check us out at Laggin_out. There are 20 new videos that dropped in 2 days. There's a lot of footage there, and some of it's non-contextual, so you're not going to know what the fuck's going on. But it's still funny because Oni makes fun of me, and it's always funny. But I think it stopped on What the Fuh, and What the Fuh will drop this weekend.
What the fuck?
Pho, we were talking about pho a few weeks back. Vietnamese soup, I think it is. I'm not sure.
Yes.
But also, check us out. There's 20 of them there. And make sure you tell your friends, because that way we can go live on there as well. And it'll be a live feed of me just sitting there looking stupid. And then you can make fun of me. Like, look at the black line on the gum of his teeth. There, it looks weird. What the fuck's up with that? Make fun of my teeth and shit like everyone else does. And if you like our content, please tell your friends. Puss in Boots says so.
Mm-hmm.
So please check us out. Or the most popular host on the show, Blacklight Oni. And her cat. Which one is that? Onyo?
Smitty Warben Jagerman Jensen.
Oh god.
Okay, that's Smitty right
Badger's
there.
cat, but yeah.
It's Badger's. But yeah. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe at the links below. And bang that bell. So that way you know every time we are on Twitch. Make sure you tell your friends. We should have 8,000, not 8 people in here. Although we do appreciate all 8 of you that are here. Make sure you bring a friend next week. So that way we can have 16. Oh, there's 6 there. Sorry, I can't read. These are not
reading
reading
glasses. Doesn't have to be a friend either. Could be a
frenemy.
Acquaintance. Could be an enemy you paid off. Could be someone who owes you money.
Right?
Oh no.
Okay, I can't have a happy cat for this one.
No. Oni divulges the repeated interviews, backtracks, and all-around hole-digging the movie writers are doing. At some point, they should just stop before they pull the dirt on top of themselves. So what's going on with this, Oni?
So the screenwriters or directors just won't shut the fuck up about the fucking movie. The whole point of a movie is that it tells a story and you watch it to get the story. And the problem is that they keep putting out all these interviews going, well, we wanted to emasculate all the men, real quote, and we wanted to use the costume of a well-known IP to tell the story we wanted to tell. Real quote, by the way. Also, we wanted to get our foot in the door. Real quote. By the way, these are the same screenwriters of Spider-Man No Way or Spider-Man Homecoming. So it's not like this is their first huge movie.
Right.
So the more they keep talking about it before the movie's even out, the less good I feel about the movie. Because they could just say, hey, we had to take some creative liberties because of the way storytelling with a movie is compared to an interactive tabletop game. We couldn't tell the story exactly the same way. So we did the best we could, and we hope that you, the audience, are pleased with it. Because sometimes we had to go with the rule of cool because there are too many different ways to play the game. So we just wanted to keep true with the spirit of Dungeons and Dragons. But no, they went straight to, we wanted to emasculate the men instead of just saying, the bard's a pussy. He not brave. He charming, he handsome, but he dumb. Could just leave it at that. But so I'm very worried about this movie now because the less they spoke about it, the better. But now they cannot shut the fuck up. And the movie comes out the end of the month.
Yeah.
It's not looking good at this rate. If it is everything that they keep saying it is, it's not going to be good. They should have just shut the fuck up about it and let the movie speak for itself.
Is this designed for weebs? This movie? That's what it sounds
How
like.
is it for weebs?
For people, for casuals, like people that, oh, D&D is going to be awesome. I'm going to watch the movie and not know any of the lore.
Okay, you confused a couple of things. A weeb
All right,
is not
I knew
a
I did. I
casual.
tried to sound smart. Damn it.
Also, weeb is Japanese or wanting Japanese. Anyways,
Okay.
I think it's supposed to be for Dungeons and Dragons fans, whether they're a casual fan or a diehard fan. But at this rate, it's going to be for people who just want to watch it fail or see where it fails instead of, oh, a Dungeons and Dragons movie that actually looks good.
Like Velma
Still
Watchers.
cheesy,
Okay, got it.
but fun. Yeah. So I don't know why people keep wanting to give interviews regarding their artwork before it's even out yet. That defeats the purpose of the artwork. That's like saying, I'm going to tell a story, but I'm going to explain everything in the story outside of the story because I didn't tell it well enough in the story. So why'd you write it?
They're gonna prequel it. They're gonna prequel it with the second one.
Yes, I'm not feeling good about the movie anymore, which makes me sad because Michelle Rodriguez looks awesome as a barbarian and Chris Pine looks hilarious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go wrong with Melissa Rodriguez doing a strong woman
Michelle?
role. Yeah. That's what I said, didn't I?
No.
Whatever. Anyways. Her last name's Rodriguez. That's
Miss
all I care about.
Rodriguez to you.
Right. But anyway. Is it gonna hit number 1 in the box office March 31st?
Doubt.
X to doubt.
Yeah.
F in the chat. Okay. I can't watch for her then, huh? Does she wear anything a little bit more skimpier?
Whoa, dude.
No, why would she wear anything skimpy? That defeats the purpose of armor.
I don't know.
I mean, Barb
I lost interest.
theoretically should have bigger shoulders, but
The barbarian, big enough.
Well, you also have to remember the way muscle builds on a woman isn't always going to be the same as a man. And for all we know,
What's a
she
woman?
may not be a full human. They may have her as like a half orc where she's mostly human. And especially because a lot of the scenes she's been in, she's either been in action roles or she is in shadows. It would be surprising to me if they don't have any orcs at all, because they have several elves or half elves. But
That dude on the left is a half elf, or is he a full elf?
that's the thing. It looks more like you're talking to someone who started off in 3.5. He would look more like a half elf. But at the same time, there were different types of elves, and given that I don't know which rules they're going by regarding BC looks or anything, I can't tell too much.
No,
I'm just
So-
wondering why it
Wait.
took so long to make this movie. Like, it should have been made like 20 years ago.
Well, because there have been other Dungeons and Dragons movies, and they've never gone well. The end.
World of Warcraft movie exceeded my expectations, so here's hoping. Great Kazoo
Yeah.
says.
The World of Warcraft movie was really good.
I don't remember it.
Surprised they didn't make another one, honestly.
I think it was called Warcraft, so it was more based on the original game.
So,
Or
like,
at least the
Arthas
lore
is
of
in
it.
it?
No, it was based on the second expansion, World of Warcraft,
Oh.
the Black Gate.
Yeah, basically humans versus orcs, and it turns out the orc prince is actually trying to side with the humans, or he's trying to get the humans to help him with his orc family because he's like, yo, we need help.
Yeah.
The humans aren't the enemy. It was like some corrupting magic or some shit.
Good movie.
Ah.
Yeah, basically, what's his face? The Necromancer was trying to fuck everything up. So. Which
There was a
they
lot
did.
of CGI, I will say that.
Oh yeah.
What does the I in CGI stand for?
Image.
Imagery. Yes.
Intestines.
Integrity.
Intestinal fortitude.
But yeah, so it's probably gonna not even make its money back, we're thinking, right?
Again, we'll
No,
have to wait
because
till it
remember
comes out.
Hasbro's trying to sell that movie house.
That's true.
Mm.
I'm sorry, Soto, what were you trying to say?
No, I'm good.
Dun 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 dun. Wah.
I was
right.
just saying we have
Wow,
to,
Luigi.
wait for it to come out and see.
Waluigi. It's a me. An Italian stereotype. Yahoo!
Yes, sir.
Hey, don't forget to buy our shirts. We got a bunch of them. I Am Not a Criminal shirts, the Garbage Human shirts, and the one that Oni was wearing for the first 5 minutes of the show. The American Gamer t-shirt. You can buy yours today at shop.spreadshirt.com/lagging out. That's shop.spreadshirt.com/lagging out. Buy yours today. And now, the answer to this week's trivia question. Which game console first featured the very first Halo game? And I am not going to reveal the answer till someone guesses in the chat. So we might be here all night.
Oh, damn it.
This is not related, but have you seen the guy who made the Atari port of Halo?
No.
Fucking hilarious. It's really cool.
Check that out.
Oh. That's what happens when I play with the light. It breaks on me.
Oh no.
I got it. Snap back on. Okay, good. All right. So the answer is the Xbox. Of course, Magma Soldier got it correct, so he wins nothing because we don't get a lot of viewers. We don't get a lot of donos, so we can't give a lot of stuff away. I'm sorry,
I
guys.
mean, I figured it was on the original Xbox too, but I didn't want to.
Yeah.
So.
You don't want to
I'm
reveal
correct.
it. You wanted
Well,
to play,
since
like,
I
you know
also-
what? Yeah.
Well, I didn't play because I didn't have Xbox. So.
I remember playing it. Oh no.
That is
Think now
cancer.
you're sleeping.
And we're going to be trying to stream on Kick pretty soon, so make sure you follow us on Kick at kick.com/lagginout. That's kick.com/lagginout, no underscore there. So that is pretty awesome. We actually got the name for once. No one tried to steal it from us, so fuck them. And also check out our shorts that are getting so many views. I think we're getting a whole 4 a day now because YouTube found out that we're being too successful at it. So they cut our algorithm once again. So make sure you subscribe to youtube.com/lagginout. That's youtube.com/lagginout. Might be doing some reaction videos soon. Get a cheap plug in there. And I guarantee we will not talk about Angry Joe for at least a month.
Unless he comes at us.
If he comes at us, I'm going to bring the painting and find out where he lives. I'm going to have a discussion. You know, man to man in Texas. Or call him Angry Jose. How do you say that in Spanish?
Just
Soda.
wait.
We caliente, Jose?
Caliente means hot.
I know. I don't know what angry is. That's the closest I can come up with. I know
say a lot of
caliente
funny
means
shit.
hot. What's that?
I was gonna say a bunch of bad shit Spanish, but won't do that.
No one's
Puta.
going to know. Puta.
I was gonna go deeper than that, but
Carajo. The only thing I know.
we'll just we'll leave it alone.
Right? Wow. Anyone remember Juvenile Bucket?
No.
He's one of our
Holy
streamers back
shit,
in
yeah, that sounds familiar.
Oh, I'll come back when I'm more popular on my channel. Well, have a good life. And what happened? Nothing. So, let's see. Blonde Chipmunk is pretty awesome streamer. Hi, Melissa's just chatting. I don't even remember Melissa. I don't even know who this person is. Why am I following her?
Don't know.
Don't answer that. Let's see here. No, Beck Likes Plants is not on.
Nobody's on mine.
Nobody's on tonight. Everyone's taking the week off, I guess.
Yeah,
Irish
sure.
G-Man's not on.
Is it because they're pre-gaming for St. Patrick's Day already?
I don't know. It's kind of early for that, no? Oh
I mean,
my
yeah,
god.
but I don't know how people celebrate St. Patrick's Day anymore. I stay away from that shit.
Yeah. Oh, Blonde Chipmunk is a sleep stream.
Wow.
I'm only
that's
sleeping.
funny.
And, like, it's her bed, and she's sleeping. And there's 15 people watching. That's just fucking creepy. We don't have to rate anyone. Fuck it, right? No one
True.
here.
Well, I guess not.
No. Look what I can do.
I can kill people and hide the body. I mean, what? I'm gonna try something.
On behalf of the only host that runs at 60 frames a second, Soda,
Good night, guys.
Blacklight Oni, I'm Chieftain. We're lagging out live, and we're signing off and lagging out. We'll see you guys next week.